Hey family, welcome back to my video. Today we will see. What if Naruto taken Tsunade in office as Hokage? Sakura bashing. Before we start, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the original author of this story. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. Now enjoy the video. The new Hokage. Chance of a lifetime. By LuigiFreak. 2 months after the legendary perverted Sannin, Jiraiya, supposedly died in Pain's hands, the village seems like it's back to normal again, except that they were still struggling with the Akatsuki organization. Then, one night, when Tsunade, the Hokage, was overdosing on sake once again, a dark figure crashed through her window. "Who the hell is there?" Tsunade replied drunkenly. The figure turned on the light nearby and looked very familiar. It had one arm, long, spiky white hair, 2 lines beneath its eyes, and the eyes of the Rinnegan, whose swirls looked much like an archery target and was bloody yellow. "Jiraiya, I thought you died," Tsunade said, shocked. "I am not your filthy toad, miss. I am none other than God. I am Pain," the Jiraiya-like figure shouted. The Jiraiya-like Pain figure quickly took out a kunai and stabbed Tsunade in all of her vital points at ease, seeing as she was much too intoxicated with sake. Then, he was about to easily land a fatal blow when Tsunade blindly leaped forward and kicked Jiraiya Pain. Out of the window he crashed in from and she followed, moving very uncoordinatedly. "You'll die for that," Pain exclaimed and charged for her, charging a blue sphere of chakra, none other than the Rasengan in his right hand. "Wait." Jiraiya Pain stopped in his tracks just for that moment. If this was just some worthless small talk, he was going to drive his knife through her brains and the Rasengan through her heart in a bloodthirsty manner. Tsunade gathered up the last of her breath and said, "Jiraiya, can you not see me? The woman you've loved for more than 40 years. The best of comrades. Fellow Sannin. How would you feel, Jiraiya, if you kill me now? Don't you want to kiss me? I'm Pain. Can you not see?" Jiraiya Pain said in an awkward Hinata-like manner, blushing a dark pink. "Adam?" Tsunade thought, satisfied. "However, I could fight better than this, even if I was drunk, only 5 years ago. Maybe I'm getting much too old for this damn job." Jiraiya Pain continuously pondered what Tsunade last said in his mind and looked like he was about to fight with himself. Then, the infamous Rinnegan disappeared from Jiraiya's gaze and he was Pain no longer. Then, Jiraiya passed out from exhaustion and from embarrassment out of Tsunade's statement once again, something that only Hinata would do. "Sigh, that's one Pain down. I'll take this dope to the hospital and send all the Leaf Jonin and Naruto to my building tomorrow. We have something important to discuss," Tsunade thought, recovering from her alcoholic side effects. Ch1. The Mess-It-Up meeting. "Hey people, please review, this is my first fanfic and I'm writing with a cast on my left arm, so you might find some spelling errors. I need your feedback so that I know how I'm doing. Disclaimer. I wish I was Masashi Kishimoto." Chapter 1. The Messed Up Meeting. Tsunade was still mildly surprised that she both defeated a Pain and a Sannin at the same time. However, 6 Pains still exist and Jiraiya was being pushed by Tsunade to her office. Jiraiya was just beginning to stir and wake up. "Wow, what the hell just happened? Why am I in a hospital bed? Why am I not dead from pain?" And he stared up at the woman pushing his bed and saw 2 huge, let's just say Jiraiya got his trademark pervy face going on once again. "Holy crap. That's you, right, Tsunade? No one else has a chest that." Smack. Jiraiya fainted again. "Serves you right, pervert. I'll explain everything at the office," Tsunade replied. Once the duo of Sannins arrived to the Hokage office, a few familiar faces were waiting, each specifically called by Tsunade. "It can't be Iro Sannin. Naruto," the blonde-headed ninja said in a great burst of joy and shock. Then, Jiraiya finally woke up. "Again? Hey, kid. Haven't seen you in a while. Wait, are those two? Don't make me knock you out again, you perverted baka," Tsunade said, bottling up her anger. There were now a total of 7 people in the room: Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura, Jiraiya, Tsunade, Hada Kakashi, Sai, and a random drunk hobo with a mustache. "Wait, what? Get out of here, hobo dude. This is a discreet Jonin meeting," Sakura suddenly shouted. "Yeah, you probably have a tiny penis," Sai said. "What's you and your obsession of penises?" Naruto said in annoyance. "You don't like them, do you?" Sai replied in cool confidence, "No, I only like my penis, considering it's probably 10 times larger and manlier than yours. You can't be a man with a small penis." Naruto started, "Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, mine's," and got cut off by a shrill scream. "Shut the hell up and get back on topic," Tsunade yelled. In rage. "Yeah, the whole you-know-what thing just sickens me. Ugh," Jiraiya said in disgust. Tsunade finally started the story. "Alright, you all know that around 2 months ago, Jiraiya was tragically killed by Pain, correct? Only, he wasn't killed, he was harvested in a technique that would make him pain also and would also give him the Rinnegan, the most powerful Dojutsu known to man. This is said to be more powerful than the Sharingan and Byakugan combined. However, in research and with Jiraiya's last documentary he sent before dying, I learned that a person who suffered the effect of being killed then becoming pain can be reversed. How? Naruto butted in. Just shut up and listen. Sakura said. Tsunade continued. Well, Pain has or at least claims to have joined with the gods and it's probably the evil ones, judging by his evil nature. The evil can be stopped in a few ways, one of which is to get to the true person inside of the pain, to feel very intense emotions, especially the ones that make them happy. Another way is to find one of the holy weapons contained in some sort of legendary scroll, but we don't have any. The last way is a medicine I'm currently coming up with, although it will take months, and I don't seem like I can take on that responsibility and being Hokage at the same time. That's why multiple shocked stares I quit. Now, a bunch of OMFG shocked stares. Tsunade continued yet again. That is why I have called you here. Jiraiya, you will be assisting me with my duties for the time being. Crap. Now I can't do my research. Jiraiya responded. Research otherwise known as female anatomy and all that perverted stuff. Naruto said. As I was saying, Jiraiya will do that and the rest of you have been selected because you are all likely candidates. As she saw Naruto beaming, she said, yes, even you, Naruto. Now, all of you, round up some more likely candidates for Hokage, preferably Jonin. Move. Out. Yes, Hokage-sama. They all said dutifully and jumped out. Aw, not this. How troublesome. Jiraiya now moped in a very Shikamaru-like manner. Hey, Jiraiya, I have a surprise for you. I think you will complete your research if you get my drift, Tsunade surprisingly said very flirtatiously. Jiraiya thought about the words for around 11 seconds, did his trademark pervert blush, except now it went a few red shades higher, and said, do you mean what I think you mean? Holy shit. I've been waiting for this moment for 48 years. Lemons. Cover your eyes, kids. They burn. Chapter 2. The really long chapter with all the stats. Kakashi, after mourning for 4 hours at Obito Uchiha's grave yet again, sped to the Ninja Academy, where Guy normally trains, to Kurenai's house, and a few other places to round up felon in. Okay, people, normally I'd be 5 hours late, but I got lost on the road of life for a shorter amount of time. The real reason you are here is because you are all likely candidates for the title of Hokage. Every Jonin there was then shocked. Kakashi then told the whole story from the office and continued, Mito Guy, Yuhi Kurenai, Marino Ibiki, and Yumino Ruka, you will all report to the Konoha Arena in 1 week. Understood? Yes, Kakashi-san. Was heard from the 4 Jonin, and they moved back to their respective places to prepare. The same happened when Naruto, Sakura and Sai gathered people, and in total, 18 people were informed and registered for the Hokage competition. Naruto's POV speaking to the audience. Hey, people. Even I can't believe it. Believe it. Dadabayo sounds so much better I'm gonna be Hokage. Wait first, I should introduce you guys to all the competition so you all know whose asses I'll be kicking. The competitors. Uzumaki Naruto age. 16. Rank. Genin, Loltz. Personality. Hyperactive, goofball, always seems to be happy. Special moves. Rasengan, Wind. Rasen Shuriken, Shadow Clone Jutsu, QP Release, Toad Summon. Wow, that's me. The best ninja in the whole village. Believe it. I'm pretty damn good in ninjutsu and not too bad in taijutsu, either. The thing is, I can't do anything about ninjutsu to save my life, but that won't stop me from being Hokage. The moves I seem to use all the time are Rasengan and Shadow Clones, simply because they kick ass. Believe it. Boruto Sakura age. 16. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Somewhat confident, short-tempered, a bit of an inferiority complex, and flirtatious around Sasuke, even if he's not here yet. Special moves. Most beta-air ranked healing jutsu and superhuman strength. It's Sakura-chan. She's so pretty, it's not even funny. I wanna date her so badly. Oh, you want to know about her skills, right? Sakura's strength lies in Jinjutsu, healing jutsu, and slow, yet strong taijutsu. Her ninjutsu and stamina are only average, so you might think that she won't last long in a battle, but hell, she proved me wrong after she kicked Sasori's sorry ass. Oh, and whatever you do, don't get her mad. Unless you want to wake up tomorrow in a hospital bed, that is. Sigh. Age. 15 to 16. Rank. Personality. Very little emotion, quiet, secluded, not quite sincere in some cases. Special moves. Ink Clone, Be Strong Attack, or whatever it's called Ick. I don't even want to get near this guy. He has no emotions and can't get along with anyone. He's almost as emo as Sasuke. Also, all I hear whenever this guy does talk is penis, penis, penis. Like we're supposed to obsess about these things at this age and about his abilities, his are as weird as his personality. He's a great artist, really, and can manipulate drawings to make clones or to beat up enemies. I'm just lucky he isn't obsessed about drawing penises yet. Sick. Believe it. Abiram Shino age. 16. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Quiet, mysterious, intelligent, takes good leadership when he needs to. Special moves. Insect manipulation, attacks, and chakra draining. Bug clone. This guy, he's pretty nice, but all too quiet and weird. I mean, he lets all these bugs inside his body. Now, how freaky is that? The good thing is, he can do all these cool attacks with his bugs and make clones out of them as well. These things are so small that most enemies don't notice them entering their body, and that's when they're screwed. Man, I gotta watch out for this guy. Inyazuka Kiba and Akamaru. Age. 16 and 6 or around 42 in dog years. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Loud, brash yet caring, confident, cocky. Special moves. Beast Human Clone, Fang over Fang Spiral, Marking Technique, Wolf Fang. This guy's still almost as loud as me, geez. I thought I was supposed to be the loudmouth nutcase. Whatever, this duo can turn into two Kibas, basically, both with animal qualities. Then, they can spiral up into a drill to shred enemies into pieces or dig into walls. Pretty kick-ass move, but nothing I can't beat. However, since I faced him in the Chunin exams, he's improved and come up with a killer version of his normal attack, the Wolf Fang. He's also made it twice as strong as 2 years ago, so I gotta watch out. Hyuga Hinata. Age. 15 or 16 maybe, rank. Chunin. Personality. Quiet, shy, has an inferiority complex and a severe obsession with Naruto. Special moves. Byakugan, Jyoken style, protection of 64 palms, Haki Katen, 8 trigrams, 63 palms, hasn't quite reached 64 yet. Hinata, where have I heard that name? Oh yeah, now I remember. She's the heiress of the main branch of the Hyugas, and unlike most of them, she's really nice. But why does she always blush, turn scarlet, or faint around me? Like she happens to have a fever whenever I'm around. I mean, does she like me? Nah, can't be it. No girls ever like me anyway, they always go for the creepy emo pretty boys like Sasuke. Well. When she fights, she uses the Jyoken style and is quite adept at Taijutsu, although Nin and Gen can still be worked on. With the Hyuga Jyoken style, she can detect chakra points, and recently, she can stop chakra flow just like Niji could in our match. Basically, she can kick serious butt, except Niji can still probably beat her. Hyuga Niji age. 16 or 17 rank. Jonin. Personality. Quiet, yet somewhat arrogant, former fatalist. Special moves. Byakugan, Jyoken style, Uber Haki Katen, 8 trigrams, 96 palms, he used 128 only in the anime, and I'm trying to make this fair p, 8 trigrams, empty palm. Niji used to be quite an arrogant son of a bitch, but we're on good terms nowadays. At least he doesn't treat Hinata like crap anymore. Just to mention, this guy's a total genius. I mean, he's the only one of us Konoha 11 who made it to Jonin. If anyone's going to wipe my ass in the competition, it's either Niji or any of the other. Jonin. He, like Hinata, also uses the Jyoken, Hyuga style, and being from the side branch, he had to learn all these complicated moves, such as Katen by himself. He also extended the normal 64 palms technique into 96 palms. What a genius, I'll still beat him like I did in the Chunin exams. I hope. Tenten age. 16. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Normal and slightly feminist. Special moves. 110 weapon accuracy, that's right, 110, weapon scrolls, dragon scattering destruction, basically, a weapon rain. Tenten's madly in love with Niji, I know it. Believe it. Other than that, I don't know much about her because she seems so normal, yet she's so mysterious, you know. She doesn't even have a last name. However, if she was somehow a character from some manga of sorts, I'd change her name to 2020 because that's how good her vision is. She can now hit a round target of 5 centimeters diameter that's 50 feet away. Not only that, she can hit it with a kunai 10,000 out of 10,000 times. If she had a gun, shudders, she'd be the new definition of gangster. Rock Lee age. 16 rank. Chunin. Personality. Hard-working, passionate, honorable. Special moves. Iron Fist, Taijutsu Mastery, Konoha Typhoon, 7 out of 8 gates, and the 2 lotuses. Bushy brows, he's a weird one. He can go faster than sound, and once you take his weights off, he can go almost as fast as light. Einstein's gonna be wrong soon, and when he is, I'm gonna paint a mustache on him. Lee can do much without using Nin or Jinjutsu, such as making an enemy spin and crack their head on the ground, Lotus, or his new technique, Konoha Typhoon, which is like an invisible Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. If it hits, you die. If it misses, the slashing wind sends your body flying and rips skin like one of Tamari's moves. I guess hard work really does pay off. Two things are for sure. He's not beating me and he's not taking Sakura's love. Nara Shikamaru age. 15 to 16. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Laid back, lazy, genius-like intelligence. Special moves. Shadow Possession, Shadow Strangle, his brain, and Shadow Puppet. Wow, what a lazy ass. He still hasn't got up from his bed and he's the only one left I have to tell about the Hokage competition. Shikamaru can't be bothered to do anything unless he or his teammates really need it. Once he does, though, his plans succeed 99 of the time. He can also trap opponents and make them mimic his movements. Also, his new move, Shadow Puppet, makes a puppet out of a shadow, and he has control of the shadow puppet with his fingers, much like Kankuro's specialty. Yamanaka Ino. Age. 15 to 16. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Confident, competitive, anorexic XD. Special moves. Mind-body switch, mind-body disturbance, beta rank medical jutsu. I think she's kind of a bitch, really. I mean, she's alright, but yeah. I can use 4 words to describe her. Flirt, fangirl, and freaking scary. She's always on some kind of diet to get the hot guy before Sakura does, and really, I don't get this whole thing. Also, her main move, the mind-body switch, makes her take control over someone else's body, and she can do almost anything with them. Scary. I mean, Sakura might be scary too, but she's pretty, and I won't have any regrets beating up Ino in the Hokage competition. Heh. Believe it. Datbayo, PL0X. Akamichi Choji age. 15 to 16. Rank. Chunin. Personality. Kind, slightly unconfident, hungry. Special moves. Partial expansion, bullet tank, porcupine shield. Unlike Ino, Choji's not even thinking about a diet. He can chomp down just about any food in his way. He is the best friend of Shikamaru Nara and they help out each other a bunch of times, making even Shikamaru less lazy. Choji can attack with great force, expand his body parts, and he can roll into a ball to crush opposition. Also, now he made a new technique, Porcupine Shield, which can protect against almost any attack, like Gaara's Sand Shield. Pada Kakashi age. 29. Rank. Jonin. Personality. Mysterious, calm, relaxed, with a hint of silliness once in a while. Special moves. A lot. Chidori, Sharingan, Mangekyo Sharingan. Basengan, Dog Summon. Kakashi's my sensei, and he's a bit strange. He always seems to be late to everything for some weird reason and always gives us the most crappy excuses. Also, he's the legendary copy ninja and can copy any technique due to his Sharingan. In fact, he has around 2,000 moves now, the most effective being his Chidori and his Mangekyo Sharingan. Kakashi might be my sensei, and he might know every jutsu in the book, but I'll still beat him. Lido Guy or Might Guy age. 29. Rank. Jonin. Personality. Passionate, ecstatic, hardworking. Special moves. Iron Fist, Lotuses, 8 of 8 Gates, Morning Peacock, Konoha Cyclone, variant of Konoha Typhoon. Hey, this guy, he's a guy, and he's guy. Might Guy. Or Mido Guy, and he's so weird. Well, being Lee's sensei, I wouldn't have expected anything more, but this guy is pretty much the master of all taijutsu and can bring most things down, even without Nin or Jinjutsu. He's insanely fast like Lee and has one more move to his arsenal. The Morning Peacock, which hits so quickly that fire is produced. I mean, what the hell? This guy's just so freaky. Yuhi Kurenai age. 30 rank. Jonin. Personality. Caring, honest. Special moves. Advanced Jinjutsu, Demonic Illusion. Treebind Death, Illusion. 4th Dimension. Nah, I don't know much about her, and she's the Jinjutsu specialist, and Jinjutsu's my one weakness. Damn. Well, as long as I can get out of her new 4th Dimension jutsu, I'm safe. Nobody knows what that does, though, but it's listed as an S rank. A freaking S rank. I'm guessing anyone's screwed after that's used. Also, she's currently in the hospital, laboring, so she can definitely fight in a week. Don't worry, believe it. Warino Ibiki age. 30. Rank. Special Jonin personality. Sadistic, thoughtful. Special moves. Some Jinjutsu, Exam of Death. Don't know much about him either, but he was the guy who made the first test in the Chunin exams. It seemed like a toy, but in the end, it was just a big trick. Cheap. I heard this guy's a master of torture without even harming anyone physically. Impossible. Also, his special Jinjutsu move transports a person into an alternate Dimension, where they must take the exam of death, and if they pass, they can come out, but if they fail, they get tortured with ninjutsu slowly and they start to die until being released. Doesn't sound like a weak Chunin exam anymore. Yumio Iruka age. 25, rank. Juni. Personality. Strict, caring. Special moves. 4-trap seal, Rai Sengen. Iruka's the man. He was my old strict teacher in the academy, but he's a good guy. Iruka's actually one of the first people to actually give a damn about me. Before that, it was the third and some weird-looking indigo-haired girl who I never got to see the face of. Kinda seems like Hinata, now that I think about it. He just made a new technique, which is a cross between the Rasengan and the Chidori. He controls chakra to rotate around his palm, but its element is lightning, which is why it's called the Rai Sengen. I just hope I won't have to beat Iruka up, he's a good person and a good sensei. Hanahamru. Age. 12 rank. Genin. Personality. Loud and hyperactive. Special moves. Variations of sexy and harem jutsus, shadow clones, Kaiten. Fire bullets. Chapter 3. Just 2 more days. Naruto was just flat out on the floor, about to pass out. Damn it, I'm out of chakra for the day. And I still haven't found a way to use my Rasen Shuriken without hurting myself. This sucks. He thought in the recesses of his mind as he slowly picked himself up. Then, a black blur passed and it said, penis. Lem guess, it's I, right? Naruto thought tiredly, tired of Sai always yelling penis. Randomly. Head back here, forehead bitch. Yelled a blonde girl in a purple tank top. No why, Ino pig. Sai's my guy. Sakura screamed back as the two Kunoichi trampled over Naruto right after he stood up. We love penizes too, Sai. They both said in an orchestrated chorus, not noticing Naruto, who was flattened like a pancake. Ouch, what the hell. First the Sasuke obsession, now this why won't any girl go near me, no matter what I do. What's missing, goddammit? Looks. Skill. The only guys that girls seem to like are gay emos who obsess about penizes. Shit. Naruto cursed loudly. You Naruto-kun. Like said a quiet yet familiar voice. Hinata. Is that you? What were you gonna say? That you like something? Lem guess, first, it's Sasuke for you too, then it's I, right? Naruto asked in a sarcastic tone. And no, not at all, Naruto-kun. I am like why you, Hinata said until she was cut off by Naruto yet again. You like Yaochube? Uranium? You Gaio? Which was a pretty dumb anime in my opinion anyway, Naruto replied. What I'm trying to say is that I love. Naruto cut her off again, saying, you love Kiba. Shino. Shika. I can't take it anymore. See you later, and Naruto-kun, the indigo-haired girl said before running off to the Hyuga mansion, hiding her tears. Smooth, very smooth indeed, Mr. James Bond, Kiba mocked while taking a break and walking his dog, Akamaru. What did I do now? Naruto said in surprise. It's nothing. Nothing. Kiba said, before he, too, walked to his house to train more with Akamaru. Naruto was all alone. He was still pondering on the last few statements and said something's not right, I must deduce this situation logically. I must hey, it's Ichiraku's. I love ramen. Before running off to get his 21 bowls of ramen. Around 4 hours later. At nightfall, everyone was wiped out eventually from training to be the next Hokage. Everyone except Shikamaru, who was still watching reruns of South Park on his TV after finally getting up from bed at 7:40 p.m. As night came, the Konoha 11 began saying their goodbyes. Lee and Guy cried in front of an impromptu sunset background as they were saying goodbye. Goodbye, my youthful student. Guy said emotionally. I don't want to leave you, sensei. I want to train with you forever. With the power of youth. Lee replied, also in emotion. Why? They both cried, streaming out tears. Man, what screwballs. Naruto thought. After that, Naruto saw Tenten and Neji hugging before saying goodbye. Toji was slapping Shikamaru's back and bidding him farewell after he finally got out to train for 56 seconds. Kiba and Akamaru were shaking Shino's hand after their training, and Sakura and Ino were yelling statements of forehead. And Ino pig. Before they, too, said bye. Little did Naruto know, someone was waiting behind a tree, wanting to say goodbye too and wanting to give feelings of affection, except she was too shy to. Naruto was desperately seeking attention, then he saw his childhood crush, Sakura, slowly leaving, her short pink hair slowly waving. Sakura-chan. Sayonara. Have a good Naruto started before being uppercut in the bottom of his jaw and Sakura yelled. Shoot it, baka. This left Naruto on the ground, feeling rejected and having hurt feelings, both physically and emotionally. The normally shy, nice, and reserved Byakugan user behind that tree mentioned earlier was thinking evil and sadistic thoughts such as. How dare you do that to Naruto-kun, Sakura. You filthy bitch. Or. I wish the devil guts you, spears you, then roasts you like you deserve, you fucking whore. Sai then was riding his ink bicycle down the lane, saying, penis. Penis. Penis, before riding right next to the tree the Byakugan user was and yelled, "Hi Hinata. Why are you and Naruto here? Looks like you're spying on him." While she was desperately trying to cover Sai's mouth. Shit. She thought. Sai. Stop. Please. Both of them thought by now that Naruto heard everything loud and clear. However, a bug flew out of his ear and he said, "Geez, that was gross. Wait, I feel a presence." Hinata was pink in the face by now and said, "Gee Gomen, Sai. Later. Don't tell Naruto-kun about this, please." As she ran off even faster than even Lee does at full speed. Wait. I just remembered. Tomorrow's the day they release the matchups for the tournament. I'm so excited. 2 more days until I'm finally Hokage. Believe it. Naruto suddenly said. Whatever, just don't get your hopes up too high. Night, Naruto. Penis. Sai said as he walked off. Naruto gave a glare and said, jerk. Weird jerk. Chapter 4. Hinata. Not as innocent as UTHINK matchups listed. An indigo-haired girl just woke up inside the fancy Hyuga residence and picked up her trademark jacket before going outside and smelling the fresh air. Once she did, she quickly said, "Hi Niji Nai-san." And started to leave before Niji said. "Hinata-sama, aren't you forgetting something?" She replied, What? Is it anything important?" "We must look at the tournament brackets to see who we are up against," he replied. Hi. She said as they both ran off to the Konoha arena to check who they were fighting tomorrow. Once they arrived, a few other Konoha 11, such as Choji, Kiba, and a very tired Shikamaru were there. Beyond how troublesome. Rock Lee on the first round. The pinnacle of hard work. Man, I'm screwed. No strategy will get me out of this. I hate this tournament now. Stop whining, it's not like my matchup was any better, Choji said, pissed, as he was against Kurenai in the first round. At least none of us have Kakashi. He'd kill us in 3 seconds. Shikamaru replied. Or maybe 3 millionths of a second. Haven't you seen his Chidori, Kiba said. I feel sorry for whoever gets pounded by the legendary copy ninja. I'll feel so sorry that I might actually have to share my chips. Which I never do. Choji said. It was then that Hinata peered really closely to the tournament brackets and she almost fainted. However, it wasn't because of Naruto. Hinata-sama. What is it? Niji said in slight concern. Announcement. Brackets for the official Hokage tournament. Only 1 day left. The numbers before the shinobi's name represents their seed number. First grouping. 1. Kakashi vs 18 Hinata, winner of 1 vs 18 fights, winner of 2 vs 17. 2. Guy vs 17 Sakura. 3. Niji vs 16 Konohamaru 15 Naruto, winner of 3 16 or 15 fights, winner of 4 vs 14. 4. Kurenai vs 14 Choji. Second grouping. 5. Ibiki vs 13 Kiba Tensai, winner of 5 13 or 10 fights, winner of 6 vs 12. 6. Iruka vs 12 Ino. 7. Rock Lee vs 11 Shikamaru, winner of 7 vs 11 fights, winner of 8 vs 9. 8. Shino vs 9 Tenten. Note. The winner of Niji vs Konohamaru will face Naruto in the next round, then that person will go on to face the winner of Kurenai vs Choji, same goes for Sai. Hey Kakashi-sensei, I see can't I'll never beat him. Ever. And Naruto-kun will look at me as a weakling who doesn't deserve someone like him forever. B because I am, Hinata said while holding back tears. No. You're wrong in 2 things. First, you can change your destiny, no matter how much of a failure you are, no matter how the odds are stacked against you. Naruto himself taught me that. Naruto Uzumaki. Second of all, I know that Naruto does not look down on anyone or think of them as a failure. Besides, he may not show it too often, but he thinks of you as a good friend, Niji said in a long reply. Well, maybe why you can say that, considering you're a genius and Naruto-kun's not a failure, she said, still holding back tears. Hinata-sama, Naruto used to be even worse than you. He's not a failure because he gave it his all. Like you did when you faced me, remember? I beat you down like you were nothing, but you had the heart to keep going. I know you can beat Kakashi, I believe in you. So does Naruto. Just remember that, Niji said again. And Niji Nai-san, thank you. I will do my best. If you see Naruto-kun, tell him I said good luck. She said as she walked away to spy on Naruto like she did since she was only 5. Lol. Thump. Unfortunately for Hinata, she went off to the wrong place as Naruto popped in just as she left, landing on his head after his surprise appearance from the air. Ah god, that hurt. What's up, guys? Who am I up against? Naruto said enthusiastically. You lucky moron, you get a bye for the first round because there were 18 competitors. Shikamaru said. What do you mean? Oh, well, as long as it's good to me, it's okay. Believe it. I mean that since the numbers are uneven, you get to skip ahead a round. Basically, you win the first without even lifting a finger, Shikamaru replied lazily. Cool. Naruto said in delight. Don't get your hopes up too high, though, Kiba said. Damn it, that's the second time I heard that in the last 10 hours. Will people stop underestimating me? I will become Hokage, believe it. Naruto said, slightly angered. No, it's just that you'll probably face Neji in your round, as Konohamaru doesn't stand too much of a chance, Kiba said. Shit. That's one of the only guys I didn't want to face in this damn tournament. I probably can't beat him like last time. Naruto thought. Piece of cake. Neji's a total wimp. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I still did wipe his ass in the Chunin exams. Believe it. Naruto said before realizing that Neji was right next to him. Neji started giving the cold-blooded Hyuga glare to Naruto, and Naruto started sweat dropping. Oh, crap. He thought. As Neji got closer and closer to him and activated the Byakugan. Then, Neji looked ready to kill until he suddenly smiled and said. Hinata-sama told me that she wishes you good luck. If we fight, may the better man win, Neji said simply and honorably, although Naruto had no idea why Neji turned his Byakugan on. It was because Neji wanted to see what Naruto's true feelings toward Hinata are. Neji scanned Naruto's facial features slowly as Naruto said, I wish the best to Hinata, too. She's a good person, after all, and she's definitely not a bitch like some people. Neji saw a sincere friendship from Naruto towards his cousin with his Byakugan, but he saw no hints of love. He was slightly disappointed, knowing Hinata may eventually go heartbroken. That was when Sai, again with his ink bicycle, appeared out of nowhere. He then stared at the tournament brackets. Here we go again, Naruto said in a bothered tone. My Bikir Kiba and his mutt I either get a tiny human penis and a dog penis, or I will get a scarred and tortured penis. Either way, though, penis. Penis. I get penis. He said as he likewise disappeared into nowhere. Hey, whose penis are you calling tiny, you bastard? And no one calls Akamaru a mutt. Kiba yelled angrily. Freak, the four guys all said, as they too departed for last-minute training. All but Shikamaru, who went back to sleep at his house. Suit yourselves, then, more penis for me. Penis. 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 Sai yelled, which attracted the attention of fangirls, such as Sakura and Ino. Wait up, Sai. We can get a sex change and give you all the penis you want. We love you, Sai. Ino and Sakura both screamed. Sai, at least you're not like that either, Hinata. And I thought I was the only sane girl in town. Tenten said, as the two were dodging the crowd of stampeding fangirls. Why yeah actually, Tenten, I do kind of trust you, so I must tell you something, Hinata said shyly. Is this about Naruto? Tenten said curiously. Then Hinata started turning red. Sorta, it's actually about Sakura. Wait, you're a lesbian now? Tenten said. And no, not at all. Hinata said in shock. Then, her face turned grim and evil. She said in a very devilish manner, I want to rip her head off or to chop all her limbs, basically to kill her. Wow. Never knew you had that kind of feeling in you, you're a shy and kind girl. Tenten said. Wait, I have an idea. She said again, as she looked at the tournament brackets. Okay, first, you must beat Kakashi, I know it's hard, but you might pull it off. Then, I will help you rig Gai-sensei's match so that Sakura wins. Then is the opportunity for you to give the pounding that damn bitch deserved since she was born. So you hate Sakura too? Hinata said. No, duh, every non-fangirl has hated her after she was such a little crybaby when Sasuke ran off. It's not like he was even straight, so she had no chance. But she insisted on being a bitch to everyone ever since. Not to mention she was always a bitch to Naruto. I'll say it again just in case you didn't hear. Sakura was always a bitch to Naruto-kun, Tenten said. In that moment, instead of Hinata's face going red, her eyes started flaming red and she was angry. Very angry. With an actual intention. The kill. Her pupils kept turning bloodshot red until no purple remained, then she unconsciously screamed, Mangekyo Byaku. Sharingan. Whoa, what the hell, your Byakugan now has traits of the Sharingan, I guess, but still, what the hell is going on today? I feel weird, Tenten said as Hinata continued her glare of fury towards Sakura. Meanwhile, at Rock Lee's training ground, at 8:40 p.m. I must get ready and in full shape for the Hokage tournament tomorrow. I might be facing the lazy Shikamaru tomorrow, but I cannot underestimate my opponents. If I cannot do 500 push-ups, I will run 1000 laps. If I cannot run 1000 laps, I will do 2000 kicks. If I cannot do 2000 kicks, then I will do 3000 squats. Lee said in excitement while he started his push-ups. That's the spirit, Lee. We will both try our hardest and we will both make it to the finals. Then we must partake in the greatest fight of youth. We must, Lee. Keep it up, my youthful student. Guy said with a passion. Yes, sensei. Lee said, and he did 499 push-ups, then 999 laps, then 1999 kicks, then finally 3000 squats to finish his exercises at midnight. Then, Guy said, we are done for today, you cannot wear yourself out too much for such an important day, Lee. Lee replied loudly, yes, sensei. Wait, I must ask a few questions. Go ahead, my inquisitive youthful student. Guy said. Lee said, alright, what is a penis? Guy started looking very nervous. And what is sex? And why does it have to do with putting this so-called penis into someone's vagina? And how do you put it in? What is an orgasm? I am so curious, sensei. I just froze. Then, he awkwardly asked, who have you heard these things from? Lee said, none other than the lovely Sakura-chan and not as lovely Ino-chan. They have been talking about how they want someone, like Sasuke or Sai, to stick a so-called penis into their vaginas, and they call this thing sex also. I hear Sai-san saying penis all the time, sensei. How do you do this sex thing, Guy sensei? Is it another form of jutsu? Or is it a training exercise? Please, I must learn, sensei. I froze again and thought, so I was right. Unlike my youthful Tenten and Kurenai's innocent Hinata, who he might find not so innocent later, but only in the sense that she and Tenten will rig Guy's match. Those two girls are bitchy whores. I knew it. But, I cannot tell Lee such sensitive information until he is 18. He must practice abstinence to be a better youthful man. Well, Lee, sex, like ninjutsu and jinjutsu, are things that you don't have the ability to do and therefore shouldn't even try learning. I can't do it either. We can talk about this when we are older, my youthful student. Until then, you cannot mention the word sex. Understood, Lee? Yes, sensei. I bid you good night. Lee said as he went to his house. Goodbye, my youthful student, and good luck, Guy said. Meanwhile, 12:05 a.m. in the night of Kakashi's. I'm done with your Aya's new Icha Paradise story today, that was some damn good stuff. Now, about tomorrow, how can I take down Hinata without using the Chidori? I would use it on most people, but she seems different, more innocent. And he will too find that wrong, as Hinata will blow Sakura to bits in a few chapters. I got it. He said, as the tall, silver-haired shinobi turned off the light in his room and went back to sleep. Chapter 5. The day has arrived. Once again at the fancy Hyuga residence, 6:50 a.m. The somewhat innocent Naruto-loving indigo-haired girl who we all know and love, the one known as Hinata, started getting up like it was a normal day, then suddenly, something hit her. Smack. The next thing that happened was that Hinata formed a bowling ball-shaped lump on top of her head. Why did I put a bowling ball on top of the shelf? I'm such an idiot. Then, something else hit her. Not literally, however. Crap. I just remembered I must face Kakashi-sensei in the tournament today, and I'm first. Niji's wrong, Naruto-kun will hate me after this. What do I do? She thought hopelessly. I see you still feel like a hopeless loser, a sudden voice said. I can see your eye movements and know what you're feeling, remember? And you have a bowling ball-sized lump on top of your head. The voice revealed itself to be Niji, Hinata's cousin. I told you that you can escape your destiny. Still not willing to listen. Niji said. Then Niji Nai-san, I'm willing to do anything, please, can you help? Hinata replied desperately. Well, if it's a new technique you're talking about, then can you please show me your 8 trigrams, 64 palms, Hinata-sama? She nervously said, I'll try. And yelled T2 palm, 4 palm, 8 palm, 16 palm, 32 palm, 64 palm. As she uttered the last statement, Niji could see that her movements were 0.04 seconds slower than they should be to keep up with the technique's movement, therefore, Hinata could only launch 63 palms. Here, bend your right leg lower in the stance, don't make unnecessary upper body movements, and don't divert from the starting chakra point too far if you want to cause major damage to one system. The overall result should be a somewhat faster and more concentrated attack, Niji said. Hinata listened to all those suggestions and made some adjustments before going into a deeper stance and starting the attack. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. And counted the attacks she made without blinking. 63, 64. I did it. Wait, 65, 66, and kept counting until she ended up at 88 palms. See? Your technique is now almost as good as mine. Niji said proudly. But why? Why did you help me so much? Hinata wondered. Well, I don't want to face a failure, right? You called yourself a failure, so I decided to do something about it. And maybe you too realize that a failure can change their destiny, no matter how hard it seems. You just did it less than a minute, Niji said before departing. And Niji, thank you for all your help. I would date you if we weren't cousins. You have turned out to be so kind and caring. She thought. 0. Oh lol, Hygasist. Hope not. At the Ichiraku ramen bar. Slurp, wow, this ramen never tastes bad. It's so awesome. Naruto said loudly after finishing his 14th bowl of ramen. But wait, isn't there something I should be doing right now? Oh, yeah. I gotta watch Kakashi-sensei and Hinata's fight. But this ramen is so irresistible. I'll take one more. Naruto said as he was soon handed another bowl of ramen. He quickly downed it, left the money, and ran off to the Konoha arena. At the Konoha arena, Naruto ran as fast as he could, remembering last time that it took 500 of his shadow clones, plus a bunch of random pitbulls to get past the guards. He didn't want to be so late this time until he noticed the guards at the door again and he quickly uttered. Damn. Before saying, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Shadow clone. Around 20 Narutos came out and trampled over the guards to get to the front entrance where they were greeted by Team 7 and Team 8. Naruto dissipated all the shadow clones for convenience. Then, he said, hey, guys. Hiba, Hinata, Shino, and Sai all greeted Naruto with a hi, while Akamaru barked cheerfully. Then, Sakura said, well, at least you're not as late as Kakashi again. Once again, Hinata silently wished for Sakura to die a painful death, although she never said anything about it. Then, Naruto started talking, actually sharing negative feelings. Oh, so now you care, eh, you Sasuke whore, Naruto said fiercely. Naruto, Sakura retorted. Screw you. I just realized something yesterday. That I shouldn't be falling for girls who treat me like utter shit and that I'd actually rather date someone who's really nice but is too shy for her own good. Like maybe Hinao, Naruto said angrily, emotionally, then in a shocked manner. Sorry I'm late, guys, and sorry I landed right on top of you right when you would have said the word Hinata. Kakashi said lazily. The last few actions just caused Hinata to excessively blush, seeing as Sakura just got called a whore and Naruto almost said that he would date her until her future opponent landed right on top of him. Kakashi continued, well, seeing as my student wants to go on a date with my next opponent, I think it's best if I didn't kill her, would you agree? Naruto felt confused as he didn't want to go on a date with Hinata that badly and was blissfully unaware that she loved him but just nodded for Hinata's safety. Then, Kakashi talked to Hinata alone and he said. Hey, you, would you like for me to throw the match for you? I know about everything and I also know that you want to impress Naruto and have a chance to beat Sakura to a bloody pulp. It may benefit both of us, you know. I was always thinking that Sakura was getting too out of hand these days and that she should be disciplined, but I don't want to be imprisoned for child abuse either. So what do you say? Want me to throw the match? And no, Kakashi-sensei. I need to prove my true worth to end Naruto-kun, not get out with such a simple shortcut. If I want Naruto-kun's respect and if I want to beat up Sakura, then I think I should earn those rights. Please, fight me with all you've got. Hinata said somewhat boldly. Well, you have guts for a shy kid, I'll give you that. And you also have honor. But you're also looking at this wrong. Oh, well, it's your choice. Suddenly, a loud squeak was heard over the intercom and Tsunade started saying. Everyone, welcome to the Hokage tournament. The rules are simple, you get 30 minutes to fight, although the fights will last much less than that. Also, you may kill, but the proctor, Jiraiya, may stop the match at any time. One more thing, this may be a tournament, but the winner isn't necessarily the Hokage. The one who fought the best overall is. The first match is number 1 ranked Hada Kakashi versus the last ranked Hyuga Hinata. Competitors, please come down. Good luck, Hinata-chan. Naruto said cheerfully before embracing her in a quick hug. Hinata started turning red and this was everything she wanted. Naruto never hugged her before or called her Hinata-chan. She just felt wonderful and didn't want to let go, but when she opened her eyes, Naruto was long gone into his audience seat and Hinata was falling forward. Oh, great, I'm fainting again. She thought. A blonde boy appeared to be running towards her saying, Hinata-chan. Are you okay Aryo before everything faded to a black color. -7 minutes, 45 seconds later. Hinata woke up right in the middle of the dirt floor of the Konoha arena, around a couple of medics, reporting that she regained consciousness, wondering what she was doing here, until she remembered the hug. She was smiling lightly, blushing, and kept repeating the sweet memory until there was a sudden yelling of, fight. Crap. Sorry for the cliffhanger, but next time, you guys get to see the first match, Hinata vs Kakashi. After Monday, I probably will be able to do one chapter every 2 days, maybe more. Chapter 5. The day has arrived. Once again at the fancy Hyuga residence, 6:50 a.m. The somewhat innocent Naruto-loving indigo-haired girl who we all know and love, the one known as Hinata, started getting up like it was a normal day, then suddenly, something hit her. Smack, the next thing that happened was that Hinata formed a bowling ball-shaped lump on top of her head. Ah. Why did I put a bowling ball on top of the shelf? I'm such an idiot. Then, something else hit her. Not literally, however. Crap. I just remembered I must face Kakashi-sensei in the tournament today, and I'm first. Niji's wrong, Naruto-kun will hate me after this. What do I do? She thought hopelessly. I see you still feel like a hopeless loser, a sudden voice said. I can see your eye movements and know what you're feeling, remember? And you have a bowling ball-sized lump on top of your head. The voice revealed itself to be Niji, Hinata's cousin. I told you that you can escape your destiny. Still not willing to listen. Niji said. Then Niji Nai-san, I'm willing to do anything, please, can you help? Hinata replied desperately. Well, if it's a new technique you're talking about, then can you please show me your 8 trigrams, 64 palms, Hinata-sama? She nervously said, I'll try. And yelled T2 palm. 4 palm. 8 palm. 16 palm. 32 palm. 64 palm. As she uttered the last statement, Niji could see that her movements were 0.04 seconds slower than they should be to keep up with the technique's movement, therefore, Hinata could only launch 63 palms. Here, bend your right leg lower in the stance, don't make unnecessary upper body movements, and don't divert from the starting chakra point too far if you want to cause major damage to one system. The overall result should be a somewhat faster and more concentrated attack, Niji said. Hinata listened to all those suggestions and made some adjustments before going into a deeper stance and starting the attack. 2. 4. 8. 16. 32. 64. And counted the attacks she made without blinking. 63, 64, I did it. Wait, 65, 66, and kept counting until she ended up at 88 palms. See? Your technique is now almost as good as mine. Niji said proudly. But why? Why did you help me so much? Hinata wondered. Well, I don't want to face a failure, right? You called yourself a failure, so I decided to do something about it. And maybe you too realized that a failure can change their destiny, no matter how hard it seems. You just did it less than a minute, Niji said before departing. Then Niji, thank you for all your help. I would date you if we weren't cousins, you have turned out to be so kind and caring. She thought. 0. Oh lol, Higasist. Hope not. At the Ichiraku ramen bar. Slurp, wow, this ramen never tastes bad. It's so awesome. Naruto said loudly after finishing his 14th bowl of ramen. But wait, isn't there something I should be doing right now? Oh, yeah. I gotta watch Kakashi-sensei and Hinata's fight. But this ramen is so irresistible. I'll take one more. Naruto said as he was soon handed another bowl of ramen. He quickly downed it, left the money, and ran off to the Konoha arena. At the Konoha arena. Naruto ran as fast as he could, remembering last time that it took 500 of his shadow clones, plus a bunch of random pitbulls to get past the guards. He didn't want to be so late this time until he noticed the guards at the door again, and he quickly uttered. Damn. Before saying, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Shadow clone. Around 20 Narutos came out and trampled over the guards to get to the front entrance, where they were greeted by Team 7 and Team 8. Naruto dissipated all the shadow clones for convenience. Then, he said, hey, guys. Hiba, Hinata, Shino, and Sai all greeted Naruto with a hi, while Akamaru barked cheerfully. Then, Sakura said, well, at least you're not as late as Kakashi again. Once again, Hinata slyly wished for Sakura to die a painful death, although she never said anything about it. Then, Naruto started talking, actually sharing negative feelings. Oh, so now you care, eh, you Sasuke whore, Naruto said fiercely. Naruto, Sakura retorted. Screw you. I just realized something yesterday. That I shouldn't be falling for girls who treat me like utter shit, and that I'd actually rather date someone who's really nice, but is too shy for her own good. Like maybe Hinao, Naruto said angrily, emotionally, then in a shocked manner. Sorry I'm late, guys, and sorry I landed right on top of you right when you would have said the word Hinata. Kakashi said lazily. The last few actions just caused Hinata to excessively blush, seeing as Sakura just got called a whore, and Naruto almost said that he would date her until her future opponent landed right on top of him. Kakashi continued, well, seeing as my student wants to go on a date with my next opponent, I think it's best if I didn't kill her, would you agree? Naruto felt confused as he didn't want to go on a date with Hinata that badly and was blissfully unaware that she loved him, but just nodded for Hinata's safety. Then, Kakashi talked to Hinata alone and he said. Hey, you, would you like for me to throw the match for you? I know about everything and I also know that you want to impress Naruto and have a chance to beat Sakura to a bloody pulp. It may benefit both of us, you know. I was always thinking that Sakura was getting too out of hand these days and that she should be disciplined, but I don't want to be imprisoned for child abuse either. So what do you say? Want me to throw the match? And no, Kakashi-sensei. I need to prove my true worth to end Naruto-kun, not get out with such a simple shortcut. If I want Naruto-kun's respect and if I want to beat up Sakura, then I think I should earn those rights. Please, fight me with all you've got. Hinata said somewhat boldly. Well, you have guts for a shy kid, I'll give you that. And you also have honor. But you're also looking at this wrong. Oh, well, it's your choice. Suddenly, a loud squeak was heard over the intercom and Tsunade started saying. Everyone, welcome to the Hokage tournament. The rules are simple, you get 30 minutes to fight, although the fights will last much less than that. Also, you may kill, but the proctor, Jiraiya, may stop the match at any time. One more thing, this may be a tournament, but the winner isn't necessarily the Hokage. The one who fought the best overall is. The first match is number 1 ranked Hada Kakashi versus the last ranked Hyuga Hinata. Competitors, please come down. Good luck, Hinata-chan. Naruto said cheerfully before embracing her in a quick hug. Hinata started turning red and this was everything she wanted. Naruto never hugged her before or called her Hinata-chan. She just felt wonderful and didn't want to let go, but when she opened her eyes, Naruto was long gone into his audience seat and Hinata was falling forward. Oh, great, I'm fainting again. She thought. A blonde boy appeared to be running towards her saying, Hinata-chan. Are you okay? Before everything faded to a black color. -7 minutes, 45 seconds later. Hinata woke up right in the middle of the dirt floor of the Konoha arena, around a couple of medics, reporting that she regained consciousness, wondering what she was doing here, until she remembered the hug. She was smiling lightly, blushing, and kept repeating the sweet memory until there was a sudden yelling of, fight. Crap. Sorry for the cliffhanger, but next time, you guys get to see the first match, Hinata vs Kakashi. After Monday, I probably will be able to do one chapter every 2 days, maybe more. Chapter 6. Hinata vs Kakashi. Naruto, as a wish of good luck, hugged Hinata. Then, you know it. She fainted. 7 minutes and 15 seconds later, Hinata woke up right in the middle of the dirt floor of the Konoha arena, around a couple of medics, reporting that she regained consciousness, wondering what she was doing here, until she remembered the hug. She was smiling lightly, blushing, and kept repeating the sweet memory until there was a sudden yelling of, fight. Crap. She thought, as she rolled and dodged Kakashi's first punch. Then, Kakashi threw around 10 kunai, which she dodged gracefully with much flexibility. Then, Kakashi got out one single kunai with an explosive tag on it and threw it right at Hinata, then formed hand signs and said, Kunai Shadow Clone Jutsu. After that jutsu, 100 kunai with explosives were flying right at Hinata, ready to kill. But she was prepared. Kaiten. Hinata spun at an amazing speed like a fast-forward video of an ice skater, seemingly disappeared into a swirl of chakra, and all 100 kunai were flying in the opposite direction, some of them toward Kakashi. He took off part of his mask and headband covering his other eye and dodged them using his Sharingan. They all blew up and bombarded the arena. Shizune's pet pig, Tauntaun, was set ablaze and would eventually be healed, but for now, Choji couldn't let go of his instincts. He yelled, roast pork yum. And randomly ran around the area chasing Tauntaun, who was on fire. 0-0. After that, Hinata realized that she forgot to activate the Byakugan and she finally did activate it. Now she could see all of Kakashi's chakra points and took note of what Neji taught her this morning. She went into a deeper stance and yelled 8 trigrams, 88 palms. And bombarded Kakashi with Gyuken blows. Most of them missed, but around 14 of them hit and Kakashi was unable to mold chakra in either of his arms. Got him? Hinata thought. Kakashi-sensei is famed for his Chidori, but without use of his arms, he won't have it. Naruto stared at the battle and said, did Hinata-chan just? Neji replied, yes, she has disabled Kakashi's arms so he cannot use his Chidori, Rikiri, Rasengan, or any of his other arm-based jutsu. Also, he cannot make hand signs. This means that he has less means to attack for a while. So, she came up with that. The strategy is something that even I would have taken a long time to come up with. The next few minutes for Kakashi will be troublesome, Shikamaru added. Sweet. She'll definitely win. Believe it. Naruto said excitedly. Hinata, gathering up courage after hearing Naruto's short conversation, dashed toward Kakashi, but then she stopped. Tsukiyomi. Kakashi yelled as his Mangekyo Sharingan eye spiraled into a different shape. But how? I thought you never had the Tsukiyomi. Hinata said in fright. 3 years chasing after Itachi can change your jutsu quite a bit. Now, if you'll excuse me, you will suffer 3 seconds of mental torture, which will seem like 48 hours. I really didn't want to do this, but your Gyuken style has improved quite a lot. So much that I'm forced to use this. Here we go. And no please. Then, all Hinata saw was a weird red background and a yellow moon, and the depressing figure of Kakashi was standing with a katana and a taser he somehow got from the year 2002. She was wondering if he was going to shock her with it, but instead, he went over to Naruto, who was on the ground, and Kakashi first stabbed his student in the eyes, heart, and head with the katana, then electrocuted him with the taser. In the midst of torture, Naruto said, "Hinata-chan, I love you, please save yourself." Then, Hinata tried breaking through the invisible wall between her and Kakashi and Naruto, then tried various jutsu to get past the wall, but nothing worked. Then, when her eyes were red and sore from tears, when she tried turning around to stop seeing the torture, a painful force made her watch again. Then Naruto-kun. No. She said as Kakashi finally stepped on Naruto's head, which burst into skin, skull, and brains, violently splattering his blood. In what seemed like hours, that scene lasted a total of 2 minutes. And so, Kakashi forced Hinata to watch a different scene of Naruto getting murdered gruesomely every time, or sometimes scenes of Naruto and Sakura having sex to add some sick humor. In Kakashi's mind, Hinata was forced to watch 1440 evil scenes, all involving evils done to Naruto. When she came out of the Tsukuyomi, which actually lasted just 3 seconds, she just collapsed. Not unconscious, just really disturbed. Jiraiya said, "Hinata is in critical mental condition, the winner is wait." Came a familiar voice. "Naruto?" Jiraiya said. "What are you trying to do, kid? Please, Iro-sanin, you can't stop the match like this. Hinata-chan always wanted to prove herself. Give her a chance, please." Naruto said loudly. "Alright, kid, I'll give her 3 minutes, Kakashi, don't attack her until she gets up. If she doesn't get up in 3 minutes, it is a forfeit," Jiraiya replied. Then, a minute later, Hinata was still face down in the dirt, bawling. Naruto couldn't take this anymore, so he said very loudly, "Hinata-chan. I'm not dead. I'm right here and I know you can win." The real Naruto wouldn't give up so easily, even to Kakashi-sensei. All those images were fake. You can't give up so easily either. I know you're better than that. Then, although nobody saw it, Hinata stopped crying, then whispered, "You're right, Naruto-kun. Those were fakes. I can do it." As she got up 2 minutes and 59 seconds after falling. Kakashi put away his X-rated Icha Paradise book and said, "Aw, and I was getting to the fun part." Then, Naruto started shouting again, even when his friends Neji and Shikamaru were trying to restrain him. "And you, Kakashi-sensei. How could you torture someone like Hinata-chan so horribly? I thought you were better than that. Just because your life was hard doesn't mean you can do it to other innocent people. I didn't know you were a freaking coward." "Naruto, you don't know what you're talking about my childhood besides, at least I didn't use my Chidori and try to kill her," Kakashi said. "It doesn't matter, you still tortured a nice girl. For some time between 3 seconds to 48 hours. The whole reason for my goal, to become Hokage, was so that I could stop innocent people from all the abuse they received. And now, you're doing it too. You're no longer my sensei because of that," Naruto said. Hinata just stood very awkwardly and said, "And Naruto-kun, he's defending me, thank you, Naruto-kun." "Well, who will be your sensei then, Naruto?" Kakashi said. "This weirdo," Naruto said, as he pointed to where Guy Sensei used to be, but now there was a drunken hobo with a mustache in his place. "Wait, where's Guy Sensei?" Sakura just got mad, remembering this hobo before, and yelled, Will you get the hell out of here?" The hobo left, hanging his head down. "Okay, then Iro-sanin. He taught me for 3 years while you refused to teach me," Naruto said. "Kid, I can't teach too much anymore with one damn arm. You know that," Jiraiya responded. "Thanks, anyway though. And please stop the drama, just keep fighting." Yawn. "Kick his sorry ass, Hinata-chan. You can't let him do that to you," Naruto yelled one final time. "Relax, Naruto. You're being too troublesome, she'll be fine because of you," Shikamaru butted in. Then, Kakashi, who appeared to be able to use his arms again, said, "I have no choice but this now." And charged a Chidori. Naruto looked in pure horror. So did her teammates Kiba and Shino. And Jiraiya. And Tsunade. And the mustachioed hobo. And Guy was coming back from the bathroom. More importantly, Kakashi was going to kill Hinata. Like. Really. Kill. Her. Naruto said, "Oh my fucking god, he. Will. Kill. Her. Like. Neji. Tried. 3 years ago." Kakashi was speeding towards her now when she said, "And Naruto-kun taught me this one." Then, she formed a simple hand sign and said, "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu." Shadow clones, as 3 Hinatas were now on the battlefield. Then, one of them ran in very quick circles around Kakashi, almost to the point of being invisible, and she said, Lee-san taught me this one a year ago." As she kicked Kakashi, who still has a Chidori, into the air. Hinata then followed, but Kakashi jabbed a Chidori in her heart. Naruto then said, Hinata. No. You can't die. Kakashi, you bastard. And was about to get up when Hinata disappeared in midair. Oh, never mind, it's just a shadow clone. Heh. Then, another Hinata jumped in the air and bear hugged Kakashi, while the second also jumped and said, Jyoken Lotus. And struck a strong Jyoken, gentle fist palm strike into Kakashi's legs, sending the strike into his whole chakra network. Because of the acceleration and the angle Hinata hit her palm, Kakashi was now speeding downward, trapped by the other Hinata, and was spiraling. Beautiful. Lee said, while Naruto replied, back off, Kakashi. Now hit the ground in a huge smoke cloud, and everyone actually thought Hinata won, but Kakashi just stood up again, saying, I made a chakra shield around my head, and it didn't hit the ground at all. Naruto and a few other friends just groaned. It was then that Hinata had a smile on her face and said, the intent of the T technique wasn't to kill. It was this. As she held up a book filled with random porn credited to Jiraiya. It was then that Kakashi started blushing in front of the audience, and Jiraiya leaned right next to Hinata to see some of his own art. XD. My Icha paradise. No, give it back. Kakashi ordered. Not a chance. At the end of the book, the girl takes off her clothes in front of the guy and says. No. Fine. I give, you win. Kakashi yelled, as the crowd murmured confusedly. Naruto used the same strategy on me, he tried revealing the end, which is my one true weakness. And it seems you were spying on him that day, as I could sense a presence. Hinata blushed at this, even though she knew that she spied on Naruto every chance she got. Naruto jumped from the crowd and caught Hinata as she fell down, then said, Hinata-chan. That was amazing. Which was greeted with her turning completely red, then fainting again. Then, Naruto faced Kakashi and said, shame on you, then started twiddling his fingers as to decide whether he should do the thumbs down or the middle finger. I can't decide. Damn. He thought. Some random guy in the crowd said, the dead last beat the first seed, and a Jonin. Wow, I never thought that would happen. Yeah, I lost $300 betting for Kakashi. Another guy said. That strategy pure genius. I probably couldn't think of that. No wonder Hinata's not a fangirl. She's actually smart, unlike most troublesome girls, Shikamaru tiredly said. Naruto beamed a large smile and said, see, nobody should underestimate anyone, even the dead last. But I'll still be Hokage, believe it. Kakashi stood in defeat and said, crap, I just got beaten and my rep's ruined. Now everyone thinks I'm a crazy asshole. Oh, well. I can get the rep back eventually, but I gotta finish my Icha. Chapter 7. Sakura vs. Guy. Rigged. In the previous chapter, Kakashi went all evil, somehow knew that Tsukuyomi and Naruto gave a long lecture to protect Hinata, then she somehow wiped the floor with Kakashi. In the end, Hinata puned Kakashi. Go to chapter 6 if you want more details. The Hokage who would soon give her title to someone else, Tsunade, announced over the loudspeaker, and the winner is Hinata Hyuga. Shit, I lost my bet again. And so did the rest of the crowd, seemingly. Everyone bet all their money on the legendary copy ninja, Kakashi, and they all lost. The crowd booed loudly except Hinata's friends and one Hiashi Hyuga, going completely insane and cheering loudly, as he expected her daughter to have her guts ripped off by Kakashi. The Ashi, who bet 2 cents on Hinata, plus Naruto, who bet $35.40 on her, which was all his money at the time, ended up getting $84 and $148,680 respectively. The payout for betting on Hinata was a x4200 multiplier. Aw, sweet, now I can buy ramen every day. Naruto said, proudly carrying off his $148,680 and Hinata in his arms, who's still unconscious. Then, Naruto looked down and saw a cute, knocked out girl with indigo hair. Then, Naruto just remembered something and thought, Hinata-chan looks almost exactly like that girl who helped me 11 years ago. Flashback. The 5-year-old Naruto was standing in one of the streets in Konoha, where suddenly, a random hobo came and spat at him. Then, an adult from the Hyuga clan started attacking him with Jyoken strikes, and a bunch of Chunin threw kunai at him. Also, some random civilians charged at him with knives and pitchforks. This is the 11th time something like this happened this week. Get the hell out of this world, you demon. A random villager said. Just please do all of us a favor and die. Another said. Hey, do you guys have any more chocolate? I'm all out, a third replied. Why do you people do this to me all the time? People always make fun of me, always try to attack me, and I have no home to live in. Will you please leave me alone, Naruto said in depression. Never. A villager said. Yeah, we'll kill you here and now. One said, revealing himself to be an Uchiha. Then, all of the villagers charged at Naruto angrily, yelling random curses and stabbing him, even though his wounds all heal up very quickly. One of them got out an explosive tag and put it on a knife, where he aimed for Naruto's heart when a sudden voice yelled, stop. And why should we stop, little girl? We're ridding this village of a terrible demon. It's only fair that we kill him. A villager screamed. Because that's only a little boy and I don't know why you're attacking him. He has no home, people are always mean to him. Yet he keeps enduring. And through it all, he's so kind. Please leave him alone. The indigo-haired girl said. Who'll listen to you, little brat? Step out of the way or you die also. The villager shouted back. Why you have to listen? Besides, I'm a Hyuga and I'm also the heiress, so if you kill me, you'll have my father to deal with. And I am not moving from this spot. The little Hyuga yelled back. Fine, let's do this tomorrow, another villager said, and they all left. Why are you different from the others? Why aren't you treating me like trash like everyone else does? Naruto said. Because you deserve better. Here, take this, the girl said as she took out a wad of bills worth $1,000 and a set of the highest quality kunai. Might not be able to help you every day, but I want to make sure you all live, the Hyuga girl said again. You really don't need to, you know. That must be your family's entire savings. Naruto said. And no, my clan's very rich, trust me. This is nothing to them, but it might help you. Gee, good luck, Naruto-kun. She said as she hurried back, blushing very much. Wait. I still need your name. Naruto said. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. He said, as he put his hand out for a handshake. I'm, Naruto's brain went fuzzy, so he never remembered this so far. As she shook his hand, then realized, I'm holding his hand. As she fainted for the first time. Are you okay? I'm so sorry, I have some injuries too, so I guess I'll carry you to the hospital. Naruto said as he picked up the girl and. Flashback end. Now, who was that girl? It can't be Sakura because she's a total bitch, it can't be Ino or Tenten because their hair's different, aha. Hinata looks exactly like her, that must be her. Naruto thought. Naruto, being thankful, was whispering to a knocked out Hinata, thank you, unlike everyone else in this village, you always help me out, whether it's on purpose or on accident. Now, one more favor while you're asleep, my angel, he said, while he leaned toward her. In the meantime, Neji had his Byakugan on the whole time and was watching Naruto, who in his facial expressions, started having feelings of love toward Hinata, although he didn't realize it that much. He was then watching Naruto trying to kiss a sleeping Hinata, which just shocked him. As Naruto's lips touched Hinata's forehead, which was much smaller in comparison to Sakura's Tenten inconveniently called. Hinata. Wake up, we have to sabotage, oops. Then, Hinata started waking up and feeling something wet on her forehead, like maybe a kiss. When she looked up and saw Naruto, she fainted again. Crap. Now I have to sabotage Guy's match by myself. Tenten said in anger. Why would you want to do that, Tenten? Naruto asked. Why? Because if Guy loses, that means Sakura goes up, right? And did you see how Hinata fought against Kakashi? That's nothing compared to what she'll do to Sakura. Trust me, even shy girls have bloodlust, plus, I want that bitch Sakura to have her ass kicked. Tenten explained. Oh, okay, want me to help? Naruto said. Well, since it was your fault you decided to go Prince Charming at the worst possible time, sure. Tenten replied, and after Naruto quickly set down Hinata, who was now red and unconscious, on a chair, they both ran off below the arena, hidden. After a few minutes, when Tsunade announced something not heard by them, but probably something like, Guy and Sakura, you're up. They went to action. Okay, so what are you gonna do to make sure Guy loses? Naruto asked. Here's a picture of Lee getting slashed in the head with a sword, drawn by Sai, Tenten explained, while Naruto winced at the name Sai, as he thought that Sai was one of the most disgusting people in Konoha. Then, Naruto continually tried to shrug off the horrid thought of Sai saying, penis. 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 Tenten continued, this was painted so it blends in right with the bottom of the arena and it looks lifelike and Guy will look at poor little Lee and start being all goofy and crying, you know. Then, that bitch Sakura will do one of her famous earth-shattering punches at Guy and since he's mourning about his student, he won't notice and will likely be unconscious. Wow, you girls sure had a lot of time to think about this. Well, the picture better be lifelike. Naruto said, surprised. Maybe it was too late for this plan, though. Sakura was flying up into the air like a bullet and Guy did a multitude of punches and kicks, calling out, morning peacock. While Sakura's body was literally on fire from the lightning-quick movements of Guy. Naruto and Tenten had to act quickly, otherwise, Hinata will have to face Guy instead of Sakura. And they both knew that a bowling Sakura was better than a sniffling Guy. Okay, Naruto, put it up now. And do the transformation jutsu. Tenten called. Gotcha. He said as he put the picture up. Transformation jutsu. They both yelled as Tenten turned into a kunai and Naruto turned into a bowl of ramen. You idiot. He'd better not catch that. Tenten the kunai angrily called. I was about to finish off Sakura when he noticed a picture under one of the arena's stands. He looked closely. Hey, look, there's a kunai, a bowl of ramen, and Lee's getting stabbed in the head. Wait, Lee's getting stabbed in the head, new guy said a little too dramatically as he started crying and going toward his student. Lee. Why did you have to die at such a young age? You still had all your youth and a life to live. You can't go now. Lee. As he broke out into sobs. Sensei, I'm right here. The real Lee said right above the stands, on a seat. Wait, if this Lee's talking and that Lee's dead, then Guy started but was rudely interrupted with a bone-shattering uppercut from Sakura, dislocating Guy's jaw and making him unconscious. Sakura then smiled as Lee angrily said. Sakura-chan. You are beautiful, but you have no right to strike so dishonorably as my awesome Guy-sensei was distracted. Shut up, Lee. Sakura rudely backlashed. As Naruto and Tenten broke their transformation jutsus when no one was looking and went back up to the stands, Jiraiya said, Mido Guy has a broken jaw and is unconscious. Tsunade angrily rebuked, another upset. I lost another bet. I hate my life. I'm already in debt. Shit, wait, sorry about that, folks. The winner is Sakura. Damn you. The crowd booed again as they all expected Guy, the Leafs Green Devil, to sweep this one clean and they were losing their money. Tenten, however, was screaming in joy as she's the one who rigged the match, so she put up $4,600, her life savings, up to bet. The payout was a x31 multiplier. Tenten therefore won $142,600, almost as much as Naruto won in the first match. Alright. Cha. Now, Sai-kun will definitely love me. All I need to do is get a penis. Sakura said cheerfully. Then, Hinata finally got up from her deep sleep, turned red, again, and said, and Naruto-kun, you kissed me. Naruto then said, yeah, sorry about that, but you were just so beautiful. Wait, did I say beautiful? I meant my booty's full and I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's it. See ya, Hinata-chan. Whew, that was a close one. I just hope Hinata-chan doesn't hate me after I was such an awkward freak, he thought. Wait. Naruto-kun. She said, although he already left. Neji then came up next to Hinata and said, he finally loves you. Naruto, I mean. And I mean true love, not like the childish crush he had on Sakura. Hinata beamed at this, he doesn't realize it yet, but these feelings will be understood by him soon. I could sense it with my Byakugan, which is, by the way, Fa-bomb. Oops, sorry if I sounded like a braggart. Point is, maybe you should admit your love to him now, it sounds like the perfect time. Hinata blushed for what was probably the 19th time this day, then she need to get Naruto off her mind to not faint again, so she said, Tenten did it before. Tenten cut her off and said, yup. Mission accomplished. You get to kick Sakura's little petite wanna butt. Hinata then went from her cute girl look to her evil sadistic look and said, heh heh. The time is near. Sakura, you will pay for what you did to Naruto-kun. Pay. Sakura apparently heard some part of the conversation and it shocked Hinata and Tenten to near death right there. Sakura then came up and said, what? Why do I have to pay? I already paid at the mall for my new skimpy revealing provocative clothes that I'll wear to impress Sai-kun. And showed a fishnet top and fishnet bottom, which would intentionally flat out reveal her private parts. Okay, Tenten said, as the two girls thought, dirty whore. Chapter 8. Konohamaru vs Neji vs Naruto. The sexiest battle ever. Last chapter. Tenten's plan worked as Guy fell for the trap and Sakura ended up breaking Guy's jaw. For full details, see chapter 7. Neji vs Konohamaru. Everybody was anxious for the next match to be called, even though they knew it was all over anyway. The Hyuga's genius, Neji, was sure to beat up the little genin, Konohamaru. Or so they thought. Tsunade called over the microphone. Neji and Konohamaru. You're up next. I better not lose my bet this time, even though I definitely will. I hate being in goddamn debt. Hinata then got up from her seat and said, gee, good luck, Neji Nai-san. Thank you, Hinata-sama. Neji called back. Actually, why you don't have to call me that, it's not like I'm any better than you or anything, she answered. In some ways, you are, Hinata-sama. And I feel obliged to call you that in the first place, Neji said as he finally walked down. Konohamaru then went up to Naruto and said, I won't let you down, boss. Well, this is Neji Hyuga you're talking about, you gotta be careful. Naruto replied. Hey, you said yourself, right? There's no shortcuts if I want to be Hokage, and I can't go around the fact that I have to be better than Neji. He said back. Alright then, I'm counting on ya, Konohamaru. Naruto said before Konohamaru, too, ran down to face his adversary. Jiraiya was reading the latest edition of the Playboy magazine, imported from the US, and was giggling like a pervert would when Tsunade yelled, put that smut down and officiate. Already? Okay, fine, the third match is Neji vs Konohamaru start. He yelled as Konohamaru dashed towards the genius of the Hyuga, and before Konohamaru even came within 150 meters of him, Neji yelled, Byakugan. Uber Kaiten. As he spinned like a top and as his whirlpool of chakra reached farther than a whole football field. Poor Konohamaru was swept off his feet and sent spiraling with the chakra before splattering against the wall at a deadly velocity. Normally, that would have killed him, but he used a replacement jutsu at the last possible moment and instead flew straight into a conveniently placed bag of marshmallows. Aw damn, that's such a strong jutsu. Konohamaru said as he made a mental note. Don't get within 150 meters of this guy. My fire jutsu has a 165 meter range anyway. As he went through a few hand signs and said, Kaiten, fire bullets. And spit out a spray of fast-flying burning pieces of stone. Every single one of them hit Neji so hard that his heart came out the other side. Even Naruto couldn't believe it. Then, as Neji was falling and Konohamaru was thinking, oh crap, I killed him. A marshmallow behind him spoke. It said. Neji sure doesn't look good anymore, does he? As the marshmallow turned into Neji and the fake dead Neji puffed away. I don't like believing in destiny and fate anymore, but I still say that you're destined to hate this attack, Neji said as he went into the Hyuga attacking stance and yelled, 8 trigrams, 96 palms. 2 palms. 4 palms. 8 palms. 16 palms. 32 palms. 64 palms. 96 palms. Konohamaru, due to the lack of experience, got hit by every single palm strike and was now down on the ground. Yup, I hated that attack very much. Konohamaru thought. Naruto suddenly called out from the crowd, Konohamaru, don't forget your special jutsu. As Neji thought, too late for that, the only jutsu Konohamaru can do now with his block chakra is a simple transformation jutsu. Then, Konohamaru yelled, gotcha, boss. I'll be facing you next round. And then said, sexy no jutsu. And turned into a mostly nude woman with all the right curves, but with clouds covering her. However, because of the Byakugan, Neji could see through the clouds and kept having perverted thoughts. Ah, curse you, Byakugan, and your ability to see through objects. Unfair. Shit. Neji yelled as his eyes were fixated on the mostly naked woman and as he got a nosebleed. Konohamaru then proceeded to attempt punching Neji, although he blindly swatted Gyuken strikes back while being focused on the naked woman. Konohamaru used a shadow clone jutsu while no one was looking. Then, Konohamaru realized something about a blind spot in the Byakugan after reading through his grandfather's archives and said, Kaiten, fire stream jutsu. He launched a burning stream right into Neji's blind spot, which would barbecue Neji, who was still staring at the nude woman, and which would end the match or not. Jiraiya was also hallucinated by thoughts of perversion after looking at Konohamaru's art, and Tsunade said, you people are pathetic. Konohamaru wins the round. Damn, none of the favorites win. I lost $4,000 on this crappy tournament already. My luck is so crappy and Matherfuo sorry, folks. Heh. Naruto then remarked, wow, Neji might even be worse than Iro-sanin. Then noticed Jiraiya, who had dinner plates for eyes. Never mind, he said. Neji came back up, ashamed and embarrassed. He went up to Tenten, looking very guilty, then apologized, I'm sorry Tenten. I just couldn't help it, my Byakugan was on, and while Tenten interrupted and said, it's okay, Neji. I still love you. And she started hugging Neji, who was blushing all over again. Then, while Hinata and all of his other friends were right next to him, he commented, well, at least I'm not perverted like Neji, the only girl I need in my life is Hinata, I mean hey, look, there's a cow. And it's eating Hinata. Quick, save her while I go to the bathroom. And ran off to the bathroom once again. Wow, I really need to shut up sometimes, he thought. Tenten started, do you think Ino continued, seriously? Shino said, Naruto loves. Shikamaru mumbled, this may be a troublesome relationship. Kiba jealously cried, that bastard. Joji remarked, I wanna eat a cow. Sai yelped, penis. Wait, wrong timing. Oh, well. Penis. Hey, Hinata, I hope you like your new boyfriend's tiny excuse for a penis. Penis. Hinata then started turning red to the point that she looked like a fire hydrant and Akamaru had to resist the urge to go on her. Then, as Naruto came back from the bathroom, he passed Konohamaru and he said, hey, we're up next, boss. As Naruto replied back, yeah, good job. Kinda cheap, but it did the trick. Then, Konohamaru gave Naruto a toothy smile before heading back up. When Naruto was back in his crowd of friends, he was greeted with many smirks, one pissed off Kiba and a scarlet-colored Hinata. We found out, Naruto. Ino said. Eh? Found out what? Naruto said, trying to act more stupid than he already is. But you are deeply in love with Naruto-san. Lee said. Love? Oh, yeah, I love Raymond. Yeah, that's I'm doomed, Naruto sheepishly replied and then said, fine, I kinda, sorta, maybe, probably, definitely, really like you, Hinata-chan. Would you go out to Ichiraku's with me for ramen? Then, I'll be with the two that I love the most, you and Raymond. Come on. Is it a date? Please. Hinata just fell face flat on the ground, fainting again. Yes, again. Is that a no? Naruto asked. Nah, it's a yes. Definitely, Tenten replied. Alright, then. Hinata, once you wake up, I'll make sure that you have the time of your life. Believe it. Naruto yelled as Tsunade made an announcement. Naruto vs Konohamaru. Next match. Naruto vs Konohamaru. Please come out. Naruto, you better win this one or else I'm sending you back to the academy. I bet $2,500 on you. She yelled. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna be the next Hokage. Believe it. Once again, Dadabayo is so much better, Naruto said joyously and jumped onto the arena. Yeah. Just don't make this fight too troublesome, Naruto, Shikamaru said as he was about to take a nap. The two competitors marched onwards and Konohamaru greeted Naruto, I'll finally beat you, boss. While Naruto replied, don't count much on it. I'm the next Hokage, you know. Then, Jiraiya and Tsunade yelled, start. And the two guys each said, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. While emitting a giant puff of smoke. When it cleared, there were 6 Konohamaras and 1,500 Narutos. Heh, I got him on this one, Naruto thought, while Konohamaru said, sexy no Jutsu. One of the Konohamaras turned into a very curvaceous woman, even more attractive than the one he showed to Neji. However, all the Narutos just stood there and said, I would've fell for that 3 years ago, but being with Jiraiya all this time, yeah, that woman sucks. What? I thought Naruto was straight 3 minutes ago. A drooling Choji yelled out. Konohamaru then said, TSK you should have given up right then, I was eavesdropping on your conversation a few minutes ago and you're screwed. While giving another toothy grin. Oh, shit. Naruto just gave a look of shock, saying, you wouldn't. Konohamaru then said, transformation. Sexy jutsu. Then, at that moment, the entire world fell upside down. The 2,500 Narutos just stared blankly where Konohamaru used to be and saw Hinata without any clothes on, and you get the message. Every Naruto in the vicinity got nosebleeds in both nostrils and they were all screaming, blushing madly, and running in circles. Narutos bumped into other Narutos and the other 4 Konohamaru said, Kaiten, fire bullet jutsu. And sprayed flaming bullets at the Narutos. Eventually, only 100 Narutos remained and none of them could bring themselves to hit Hinata, so one of them went up and channeled his chakra through Hinata's head, trying not to faint. Then, he said, outer transformation jutsu. And Hinata turned into a bullfrog. The Narutos stopped blushing and went toward Konohamaru, ready to strike. The rest of the 99 Narutos split into 4 groups and they all kicked the Konohamaras upward, then one of the Narutos from each group jumped and wrapped Konohamaru in scotch tape, while 4 more from each group jumped up and yelled, Naruto Uzumaki Barrage, Lotus style. Then, 3 of them from each group gave fierce drop kicks, while the 4th one latched onto each Konohamaru and fell to the ground, full force. Hey, everyone's stealing my technique. No. There. Lee pouted. 3 of the Konohamaras disappeared and the 4th one was actually a bowl of ramen. What? The replacement jutsu why I oughta cool, ramen. Naruto said as he started eating. When he finished the bowl and sighed of relief, Konohamaru appeared right next to him and started laughing like a 4-year-old did at Christmas. What's so funny, kid? Naruto asked. That ramen has poison in it, boss. And farting gas. Konohamaru giggled. Shit why, you little brat. Naruto said as he ran, then clutched his stomach. He wanted the pain to go away so badly and he actually needed to go to the bathroom this time. Naruto then started to excrete a cloud of noxious gas which went out of the arena and all the way to Ichiraku's, where the old man said, Sai Naruto ate one of our special fart ramens, didn't he? Back at the arena, Naruto was pooped. Literally. Naruto then started to release QB's red demon chakra, but not for the reason he does most of the time. Everyone was screaming and getting freaked out about QB, although Naruto would make this quick. He charged his chakra and then yelled, Ultimate Foxy Sexy Jutsu. And transformed into a foxy fox lady who had the perfect curves that any man would die for, complete with fox ears and a tail. Every man above the age of 14, except Shikamaru, for a peculiar reason, fell over because of all the feminine madness. However, Konohamaru was barely 13 at the time. Boss, adult sexiness doesn't affect me yet, I'm barely a teenager. Konohamaru said, confusedly. Okay, fine, you win for now, but lem try this one first, Naruto said as he said, Kage no Bunshin Jutsu. Again and turned into 250 Narutos. Then, as Konohamaru was about to spit fire again, Naruto said, Harem no Jutsu. and turned into 250 exact copies of Hanabi Hyuga wearing a nurse's apron. Konohamaru oddly had a nurse fetish as he blushed every time he went to the hospital. Konohamaru turned as red as Hinata normally does and proceeded to faint. "Ha ha, I know who you like," Naruto excitedly said as Ino butted in and said, "That makes two goofballs that like Hyugas." And Naruto blushed. Ino then proceeded to get a pounding from Tenten as she said, Three goofballs like Hyugas, get it right." As Ino said, "Oh, yeah, Niji." "Well, he isn't important like Sai, Niji's a freaking creep," Ino said proudly. Then, Tenten yelled with a voice that would put a nuclear explosion to shame, "What did you say, you bitch?" Niji completely blows Sai out of the water. "You dumb fangirl." As all of the ridiculous commotion went on, Jiraiya was revealed to be unconscious like all of the men in the arena, with a red blush. Tsunade sighed and said, "Wow, you all disgust me." Since Konohamaru cannot continue and our proctor fainted, Naruto wins. "Yes. I finally won a bet." As she motioned the person who takes bets to give her the money. "Yeah. I'll be Hokage," Naruto said, as Kiba replied. "So you beat a midget? Don't get too cocky. And stay away from Hinata." Naruto furiously said, "At least I have a cock, you dog. And I already know, you only want Hinata-chan for her rich clan, not because of the wonderful person she is. Stop being so freaking greedy, you son of a bitch." As all of the verbal fighting continued on. Then, Hinata woke up. What will she do? Will she have the guts to, officially, say yes to Naruto? Chapter 9. The Fourth Dimension. Choji vs Kurenai. Konohamaru beat Niji, Naruto beat Konohamaru, and Naruto admitted his feelings for Hinata and asked her out. Then she fainted. All in Chapter 8. But now, it's 9. W00T. Hinata, right after waking up, tried to buy some time to think of how she would accept Naruto's invitation without completely embarrassing herself in front of the boy she loved for 11 years. Unfortunately, a concerned Naruto was right in front of her, watching her every move, and he said, "Hey Hinata-chan, about the date, will you go?" Hinata felt blood rushing to her cheeks and her head for the umpteenth time in the past hour, and she really felt like she needed more time. After a few seconds of awkward silence, she mumbled, and Naruto-kun I. Tenten then approached the two and decided to help out. "I see you don't understand the language of Hinata-ese, let me translate." She's basically saying, "Oh my god, yes. I've been waiting for this moment my entire freaking life. I love you, Naruto-kun. Am I right, Hinata?" Hinata quietly nodded as she couldn't find a better way to put it. "Okay, awesome. So, can we go now?" Hinata Tenshi. Tenshi means angel in Japanese, and Naruto will be calling Hinata that from time to time. Hinata Tenshi. "And Naruto-kun, you're such a thank you," and Naruto-kun, Hinata said. "Hey, don't mention it. You're the best person I ever met, now that I think about it. You're different from all the other girls. You really are an angel, Hinata-chan. And I never lie," Naruto said as he gently grabbed Hinata's waist and pulled him towards her. Then, his lips tried to find hers as Hinata turned red again and said, "What is Naruto-kun doing?" Then, Tenten said cheerfully, "It's a kiss, stupid. Take it." For what seemed like hours, Naruto and Hinata's lips would stick together like crazy glue would stick to your hand if you were clumsy. As they let go, Hinata said, "I think this is the best day of my entire life." Naruto said back, "The best day of mine was when you were born, Hinata-chan." Tenten giggled, Lee gave one of his shiny tooth smiles, and Kiba was angrily growling at the new couple. Niji was feeling proud of his cousin, even if she was weaker than he is, Choji said, "Grats, guys." While munching on his barbecue pork-flavored chips, Shino gave the thumbs up to Hinata. Shikamaru lazily looked at the two, but with a faint smile. Kurenai was at peace because her least confident student was finally happy, and Sakura and Ino didn't give a damn because they were staring at Sai, who was singing, "Old McPenis has a farm, PNIS." Tsunade managed to break all the commotion by saying over the speakers, "Kurenai and Choji, you are next. Please come down." Hinata then proceeded saying, "And Naruto-kun, if we may, let's go to Ichiraku's next battle, I still have to see Kurenai-sensei's fight." "I'm alright with that. Besides, it's okay to skip that jerk Kiba's match, anyway," Naruto happily replied. "But Kiba isn't really that bad once you know him," Hinata said, defending her teammate. "Hinata-chan, Kiba said that he would steal me away from you and have you for himself. And he admitted that he only wants you for your rich clan," Naruto said ferociously. "He wouldn't. Would he?" Hinata asked as Kurenai and Choji were walking on stage. Shikamaru said to Choji, "Good luck, buddy. And Kurenai has Yunjutsu, so try to finish her off as fast as possible if you don't want things to be troublesome, alright?" "Okay, thanks Shikamaru," Choji said gratefully, still munching on his 2-pound bag of chips. Naruto then said, you just don't know how much of an asshole Kiba team is, do you, Hinata-chan? Hinata didn't want to betray her teammate, so she said nothing, but she also wanted to find out if Kiba actually said those things about her, which he did, sometime in this story, but it wasn't mentioned. Then, Jiraiya said, oh my god, these girls are so hot. Wait, sorry about that, folks. As he put down his Playboy magazine, again, and continued, this match is Choji vs Kurenai Go. Kurenai already activated her Jinjutsu, and the more she already knew about her opponent, the better. First, Choji's bag of chips disappeared. No, barbecue's my favorite flavor. No one steals my chips. Nobody. He said, and then yelled, partial expansion. Jutsu. And made his middle finger the size of Shaq O'Neal. He then proceeded to slamming his middle finger in an attempt to smash Kurenai with a giant flick-off. She dodged every blow, as Choji's giant finger wasn't too fast. Kurenai dropped a vial on the ground and thought Jinjutsu. Illusion transformation. As Choji saw the arena turning into a banquet hall. In the middle of the hall, he could see a giant barbecue steak. A tiny voice in Choji's head that seemed to be Shikamaru said, don't, Choji. It's a trap. But Choji was too obsessed in food to listen. He took the delicious tender steak and downed it in 4 bites. Then, Choji saw the room blurring and turning back into the arena. He felt a bitter, horrible taste in his mouth and said, huh? What happened? Aw, I told you not to fall for the Jinjutsu, Choji. Troublesome Shikamaru replied in despair. What you think you just ate is steak. However, what you really just drank is a vial of chakra restrainer. You cannot use more than 1% of your chakra for the next 30 minutes. I think you're finished, Kurenai said. Curse me and my tendency to eat. Oh, well, Choji said as he took out a case of pills and ate a green spinach one, increasing his current chakra to 4%. Even this was a low amount, as he could probably do one air rank jutsu and be finished. However, he had to take the risk. Super earthquake attack. Choji said, as he increased his dimensions tenfold and jumped up pretty high for a fat guy. He then smashed down and literally caused earthquakes, making the whole Kurenai, though, saw this coming and wrapped herself in a Jinjutsu and lifted herself up. Choji had little chakra left, so he took the yellow curry pill and increased his chakra to 11%. He then prepared a defense to increase his chakra reserve. Porcupine shield. Choji yelled out as his hair covered his whole body and knife-shaped spikes of hair came out. You can't physically protect from some Jinjutsu, even if you can't see it. Kurenai said. She then formed around 33 hand signs before focusing and saying, I want to end this quickly, so this is my most powerful technique. 4th dimension. Choji saw everything change. Everything was screwed up. He then knew the rules for this bizarre jutsu. He had to find a way out. Only if I was Shikamaru, he thought, and wandered the 4-dimension hall, left, right, up, down, forward, backward, and he couldn't even find the 4th dimension, which was needed to get out. Choji then realized that the Jinjutsu was stabbing at his chakra and soon, he'd be entirely dried out. The 4th dimension is not without enemies, also. Many 4-dimensional gnomes that looked more like inside-out leprechauns started attacking him in every possible direction, including the ones Choji could not comprehend. Choji did his porcupine shield jutsu again and it protected Choji from the first 3 dimensions, but the gnomes that were jumping from the invisible 4th dimension got to Choji and pierced his skin. Choji had a large bleeding cut in his stomach and he was now entirely out of chakra. This was it. He was done for. Release. Kurenai said, as Choji came out of his trance with a slash in his midsection and Jiraiya called, Choji is out of chakra, Kurenai wins. Choji just went up to the stands, depressed, as first aid medics finished putting a bandage on his stomach. Shikamaru came up to Choji and said, hey, you did the best you could. Other than the tactical mistake of killing your chakra reserves, I couldn't have fought any better. Choji said, thanks, but I still feel crappy for losing. Ino said, too bad Kurenai didn't cut deeper into your stomach and cut some of the fat out. Shikamaru looked a little pissed off and said, will you just shut up? Girls like you make it so troublesome these days, you're anorexic. For crying out loud. Ino gave a quick HMPH. And left. Meanwhile, Kurenai came back up and Hinata said, see, congratulations, Kurenai-sensei. Thanks, Hinata. Don't forget, you did well, too. And against one of the highest jonin. And good luck on your date. Kurenai said back. Hey, Hinata-chan, this means we can get our ramen now, right? As Naruto's stomach made a loud grumbling noise. I'm starved. The miracle happened then, Hinata burst out laughing for the first time in about 13 years, something she never did either because of her shyness or her father's strict nature. Why yeah, let's go, Naruto-kun, she said very happily as the two leaped up and left the building. Chapter 10. The date Hinata waited 11 years for. And Sai vs. someone. The new couple was smiling brightly as they jumped around the streets of Konoha, going to the Chirakus and skipping Kiba's match against Hibiki. There might have been cries of the rich brats with the demon how pathetic. But Naruto and Hinata were so happy each other that they ignored everything. Naruto, especially, felt relieved because he knew what genuine love felt like for the first time in his life, for his parents were gone and Sakura's a bitch. After they landed, the two pulled each other into a quick hug and they both blushed, especially Hinata. Then, they marched right into the Chirakus when Naruto said, "Hey, old man. What's up?" The old man, Tucci, said, "Nothing much, Naruto. Who's your pretty friend?" Hinata responded right away, "I'm Hinata H. Hyuga. Pleased to meet you." And Naruto followed up, "We're going out. Right, Hinata?" She answered, "Yes. I've never been on a date before but you're the only person I ever wanted." Hell, I can't say that. Can't believe I actually fell for that Sakura. PFFT. You hate her too, don't you, Hinata? Naruto said. I heard Tenten saying you were gonna smash the living soul out of her. Gucci came back and gave Naruto around 15 different bowls of ramen. The usual for you, right? I already have it. What would you like, Hinata? He said. One chicken, please, she answered. When Tucci started making ramen again and Naruto was already gulping down his fourth bowl, Hinata asked apprehensively, Sakura, she's on your team. Is it okay with you if I beat her up a little? Go for it. It'll teach the bitch to shut up. And she deserves a beating for being so mean to me. Wait, I just remembered, weren't you that girl about 11 years ago who defended me? I gotta make sure, Naruto said. Why yes, Naruto-kun. That's why I wanted to defend you in the first place. I always gave up in everything and I accepted being a failure. Until I saw you. People were treating you so badly and you still stood up with that bright smile every day, as still having hope. That's why I defended you. That's why I loved you, Naruto-kun. It was nothing, actually, you get used to not having parents and being treated like shit after a while, Naruto happily said. And Naruto-kun, I still want to make up for everything bad that's happened in your life. You deserved none of it. I can know that even if you look happy, you still have sadness in your heart and I want to cure it. I know you're a good person and I'll do anything to help you. I'll even protect you with my life if I have to. Hinata said somewhat bravely while starting to cry a bit. Hey, you know none of this is your fault, Hinata-chan. You don't have to make up for anything. Besides, what are we doing on a date talking about how bad my life is? How about we talk about more positive stuff? And I thought I was the one who would protect you. Naruto said. And seeing you cry is even worse than all I've been through, I'll make sure you never cry again. As Hinata got a ramen and said, thank you, to Tucci, she placed her head on Naruto's quite muscular chest, also proposed, how about we make a promise? What do you mean? A confused Naruto said, lightly hugging Hinata now. Let's promise to protect each other and always be together until the end, she suggested. No problem. I swear on my life. And I never go back on my word. That's my ninja way. I promised that whore Sakura that I'll get Sasuke back and I'll still do it even if she doesn't give a shit anymore. Because that's my nindo. Besides, you're the only girl for me. Naruto said. Same here, Naruto-kun. I will always be with you no matter what. Because that is also my nindo. Hinata said as a limping figure walked through Ichiraku's. He revealed himself to be Kiba. Hey Hinata. Lovely hair today. And you bastard. I just came to say that you're missing penis boy or size fight right now and maybe you should hurry back, Kiba moaned. How'd it, team? I know you just want to break us up. And it's not happening, so bayo. Naruto said angrily. Alright, suit yourselves, Kiba responded as he limped back. Hibiki beat the crap out of you, didn't he? Naruto said mockingly as Kiba just gave him the middle finger and ran off. After sipping a bit more ramen, Hinata decided to break the silence and make the date a bit more cheerful, saying, hey and Naruto-kun. Do you know why Sakura was naked at Sasuke's 12th birthday party? I don't know. Because she did it with Sasuke. Naruto confusedly replied. Hinata let out a few giggles and said, no, silly, it's because Sakura thought she had to show up in her birthday suit. And Naruto started laughing uncontrollably. Hinata joined him, but then said. You're still laughing, it was such a corny joke. Not the way you said it. Naruto laughed as he was crying from all the giggles. I got one. What do Shikamaru and Choji always do? I don't know, Hinata said. Naruto answered, Choji thinks Shikamaru's head is a pineapple and eats him, then Shikamaru keeps saying troublesome because he can't see the clouds in Choji's belly. AIG give it a 6 out of 10, Hinata sheepishly said, as Naruto replied, are you crazy? That was definitely 8 out of 10 material and you know it. As they finished their ramen and kept laughing at very lame jokes. I'll pay the bill. Naruto said, but Hinata said, and no, I'll pay it. Insist, she said as she took out her wallet stuffed with $100 bills, trying to hide it from Naruto because she didn't want to look spoiled, which she really isn't. The couple then went out to the street and kissed, feeling ramen-flavored tongues in their mouths. After they finally let go, Naruto said, "You know what? I thought you were always so quiet and weird, but you're a pretty fun person, actually." As he smiled. Hinata said, "So, will we go out again?" "Absolutely, as soon as I become Hokage." Naruto said. "I think I'll be Hokage, you know," Hinata told Naruto. "Well, maybe, but you can always be the Hokage's wife." Naruto said as Hinata blushed and the couple headed back to the arena. They headed in, as Tenten and Neji immediately asked, "How did the date go, guys?" Naruto said, "It was pretty great, actually." And Hinata blushed again. "Hey guys, Ibiki's about to finish Sai off." Choji said as Naruto went up to look at the sadistic Ibiki and his penis-obsessed teammate, Sai. Sai was obviously in some kind of trance, as he didn't move much and looked like he's writing something invisible down. "Past it," Sai said, as Ibiki was forced to release his super written exam of death ninjutsu. Then, Ibiki threw a few shuriken at Sai, who deflected them with ink ropes. The ink ropes then tried wrapping around Ibiki, who dodged almost all of them except one, which started making his left leg lose circulation and turn blue. "Oh, shit," Ibiki said, as Sai started forming hand signs. He then bit his thumb and placed the blood on a giant canvas. "Denpoko summoning jutsu," yelled Sai as he summoned a cloud, which revealed to be the penis. Naruto said as the guys all rushed to the trash can and threw up. All except Shikamaru, for another peculiar reason. 0. Oh, if you haven't noticed yet, Shika's gay in this story. Super penis attack. Penis. Sai said madly as well, the penis squirted something out, no further comments. Ibiki was drenched in chakra-absorbing goo and was further trapped. Then, Sai made a couple of Inksei daggers and raced toward Ibiki and made a few deep cuts in his arm and midsection as Jiraiya called, "Stop." Ibiki is in no condition to continue, Sai wins. Very freaking disgustingly. "Ugh," he said as he threw up in a bag. "Geez. That was so sick." Neji said, as most of the guys continued to puke their guts out. Tenten reassured him, "It wasn't that bad, Neji-kun." As Neji said back, "Are you kidding, mine's 5 times that size." Then, Tenten said again, "Alright, you're getting a bit too detailed there, mister." Sakura then simply trampled over Naruto and Hinata, who were holding hands at the moment, and directly ran to Sai. She yelled, "That was amazing, Sai. I love you." As Ino called, "Shut up, forehead. I love Sai more." In the midst of their argument, Naruto and Hinata, who were pancakes right now, got up and Naruto the pancake said, "I think I'll get my revenge on Sakura now." "And no, I think I'll take the honor, Naruto-kun," Hinata the pancake said as evil thoughts, very evil ones about Sakura ran through her mind. Chapter 11. C7. Sakura's evil plan. Also, Ino vs Iruka, Academy Clash. The happy couple, Naruto and Hinata, have recently been flattened like pancakes. All thanks to Sakura, who'll be getting due revenge sooner or later. Also, all of the males, except Shika, have recently puked because of Sai's revolting antics. For more detail, see chapter 10. But for now. That Naruto bastard, he almost made me cry. "I am not a fangirl whore," Sakura said. "You kind of are, forehead," Ino replied. "Shut up, Ino pig." And that bitch Hinata, acting all nice and shit, it was all her fault. I'm pissed right now. "Ugh. That spoiled brat. She deserves nothing," Sakura yelled back. Sakura, Hinata actually is nice. For the most part, she has a pure heart, unlike you or me. Trust me, my mind-body transfer jutsu figured that out. Oh, and Hinata's not spoiled at all. She may come from a rich family, but she's always abused by her dad or her peers and never given anything, not even love," Ino said. "Damn you, Ino. Can't you be on my side for one?" Sakura angrily replied. "Well, you are practically my only friend because Shikage and Choji Fat are always together, so fine," Ino said, with slightly hurt pride. "Alright, then. I really want to make that Naruto miserable, and I'll kill that little whore," Hinata Sakura threatened as Ino interrupted. "She's not a whore for the last time, I admit that we're probably 10 times the whore she is. And you and I both know that Hinata has more curves than either of us, and that any guy would fall for her, but there's a reason she wears that conservative jacket. Jeez. Stop ripping on people if you don't have facts." Alright, as long as you listen, Ino pig. "Naruto and Hinata are madly in love now, right?" Sakura asked. "Yep," Ino weakly replied. "Okay, then here's plan C7, Sakura said as she whispered the plan. Ino replied, I dunno, Sakura. Sounds kinda cruel. And it'll rip up Hinata so much emotionally that she'll probably end up in the insane asylum. And once again, she hasn't done anything wrong." "Exactly. And what do you mean she hasn't done anything wrong? She pissed me off. No one pisses me off. I should get everything I want. By the way, we'll execute Plan S12 after C7, you know, the one where we get Silade. With us, Sakura replied. Now that sounds like a good plan. Ino said, as Tsunade called over the speakers, Ino and Iruka, you are up next. Alright, got a battle. Ino said as Sakura replied, got the plan, right. C7, then S12. Whore fangirls out. Ino replied with some regret, right. C7 and S12 out as she ran to the arena and thought, Hinata doesn't deserve that. She's too nice. I need to find a way to stop this before Sakura totally, scars her for life. Meanwhile, Naruto saw Iruka walking down and said, good luck. Iruka-sensei. And you better win, I wanna face you for old time's sake. Don't worry, Naruto. And thanks. Iruka replied as he, too, got ready to battle. The two shinobi came down and got in their fighting stances as Jiraiya called out, the battle is between Iruka and Ino, you'll know all the rules and yada yada fight. He's an academy teacher and because of that, he has basic, fundamental knowledge of almost every topic in jutsu type but probably doesn't excel in anything. Time for my specialty. Ino thought as she closed in and threw 3 kunai. Iruka got out a kunai also and deflected the 3 and said, negative charge jutsu. As he infused his kunai with an electric element. He then rushed toward Ino and said, clone jutsu. As for Iruka's now appeared. Ino knew the trick to this one, it was so basic. Find the one with the shadow. Wait, they all have shadows. What the hell? He didn't even make shadow clones. She thought as Iruka got to her and tried to slash her with his electric kunai. I did a transformation jutsu at the same time, so my clones aren't solid, but I made them to still have shadows. Iruka explained as one of the Irukas went toward Ino and took another slash. Then I'll have to guess. She said as she punched the first one with full force. It disappeared. Then, Ino made a medical chakra blade and inserted it within Iruka's arm, making the muscle cease to move. Only it, too, disappeared. The 2 Irukas that were left charged forward, then one jumped over Ino and they attacked from opposite sides. Ino slashed her chakra blade in a rotational pattern and got one of the Irukas. Another fake. The last one ran in and Ino finally got a solid hit. The only thing being she got solid wood. Damn, a substitution jutsu. Ino said as she finally got shocked by the electric kunai and Iruka said, a ninja should master all the basics before learning expert jutsu. Yeah, I know that. Ino replied as she said, you shoulda thought of that too. What do you mean? Iruka replied, then he stared down at his feet. Chakra strings were wrapped around it. Now I remember. The Yamanaka's special technique. He said in shock as Ino said, too late. Mind-body disturbance. Iruka then punched himself, even though he tried to stop, and his legs were wobbly. They were being taken over by Ino, as Iruka the human puppet now ran himself into a wall. Wow, what the hell's happening? Naruto said, surprised, as his old sensei was being beaten to a pulp by himself. Then Naruto-kun, it's the mind-body disturbance jutsu. It's sending disruptive chakra signals to Iruka-sensei's head and making him move involuntarily. Hinata explained while having her Byakugan on. Iruka kept beating himself up until he was almost out of chakra and ready to give up. Then, he realized something. Wait, doesn't the human brain work by sending small electric signals through neurons that then go through the spinal cord to make movements? If so, then Ino must be charging slight amounts of electric signals to my head to disrupt and control it. I have an idea. He thought. Iruka took some final bits of chakra and molded it into a sphere in his palm with difficulty as he was being controlled. He then mixed an electric element into it and he said, Rasengan. Electric Rasengan. That powerful chakra, it's as half of Kakashi's powerful Chidori and Naruto's spinning Rasengan. Niji said, also scanning the field with his Byakugan. That's useless now. I can make you hit yourself with it. Ino said confidently. That is my intention, Iruka replied back. What? The blonde Kunoichi yelled as Iruka took the ball of lightning mixed chakra and moved it along his cranium and temple. He then started having free control of his body parts because his neurons were righting themselves and dispelling Ino's disruptive signals. Making electric chakra signals to disrupt Ino's control pretty smart. Ino's gonna feel troublesome, Shikamaru said, analyzing the battle. Aw, shit. Not many people get out of that. Ino said. But you still have almost no chakra and therefore move very slowly. Now's the time. Mind-body transfer jutsu. She yelled as her soul went crawling forwards. She then took over what appeared to be Iruka, but then, Ino yelled, what? I'm in the brain of a log. And it's very perverted. I don't want to do a log. Ino realized that she made herself fall into a replacement jutsu as the real Iruka reappeared and was holding Ino's unattended body. Release. The log said, and she went back into her old body, but she already had another electrified kunai right to her neck. Checkmate, Iruka said. Is in a position of inescapable death. Therefore, Iruka wins. Jiraiya called as both competitors went back up and Iruka was congratulated by a few of his old academy students, especially Naruto, who gave him instant ramen as a treat. Hinata just smiled warmly at Naruto's good ethics as she was blissfully unaware that Sakura was about to make her life very, very miserable. Went back up too, where Sakura was hiding out, and said, "Aw, I lost." Sakura rudely said, "Never mind that, just initiate Plan C7 before Bug Boy and that ugly panda, Tenten, fight." "Damn it, Sakura, can you stop being a bitch to all the other girls behind their backs for just 10 minutes, said. Tenten was right near them at the time when she heard the hurtful words and thought that bitch, no one calls me a panda. Especially not an ugly one. I really hope Hinata kills her soon. But wait, what's Plan C7? It's not about me, Hinata or Naruto, is it? Because she's been bitchy to us three lately." Chapter 12. The Value of Hard Work. Shikamaru vs Rock Lee. Sakura and reluctantly Ino are about to unleash a plan that might shatter Naruto and Hinata's relationship. The C7. Also, Ino just got pounded by Iruka. However, Ino is having regrets about the evil C7 plan, so what will she do? "So, Ino Pig, are you ready to initiate the plan and make that filthy little Hinata cry?" Sakura poked. "Sakura, I've thought a long time about this, so please leave me out of it. I just don't think I can do it, I'm sorry," Ino said, walking away. "What? Get back here, you bitch. We have to make the other bitch's life miserable." Sakura yelled, and apparently, something's happening, but we'll direct our attention back to the rest of the guys. "You're kidding, Rock Lee, I should just quit now," Shikamaru moped as the rest of the Konoha 11, minus Sakura and Ino, stood over him. "Aw, come on. I had to face a Jonin, Shikamaru. You can do it," Choji enthusiastically said. "Yeah, you have so much you can do, but you slack off. Don't give up now," Naruto encouraged. "Shikamaru-san. An honorable shinobi always fights until the end and works as hard as he can. You can do it too," Lee told him. "Man, how troublesome is this?" he said as Tsunade announced once more. "Rock Lee and Shikamaru, you're down. I mean left. I may and up," with a drowsy slur to her voice. "Bachan's drunk on sake again, what an old geezer," Naruto said as Shikamaru and Rock Lee made their way down. "Good luck, Shikamaru," his friend Choji called as he replied, I'm gonna give up anyway." "Lee. My youthful student. Show him your extensive training of blooming youth," Guy said as Rock Lee said back, "I will, Guy-sensei." And the two started crying emotionally again. "You're kidding, why can't you be emotional like that, Niji?" Tenten asked as Niji didn't give a reply but glanced in her direction, looking slightly disappointed. Jiraiya, down at the arena, had a pair of binoculars and was staring at a pair of D-cup breasts somewhere in the audience when Tsunade yelled, "Put those damn binoculars down and start the match, you pervert." Jiraiya proceeded to blush as the woman in the audience was now hiding from Jiraiya's gaze. "Alright, Rock Lee and Shikamaru, fight," Jiraiya called, then he put up his binoculars again until he saw a pair of even bigger breasts. He stared at them until a giant rock hit his head and Tsunade yelled, "Those are mine, you dumbass." Lee already was at Shikamaru's back as he was thinking of a strategy and Lee kicked Shikamaru in the sides at lightning speed until he was kicked a final time hard in the head, sending him flying and his mouth biting the dust. Lee's strength and speed out of everyone, why him? Troublesome, he thought. Then, Shikamaru created a whip of shadow under his feet as Lee came for him again. Shika's shadow speed is improved but nowhere near enough to catch Lee. Lee was running in circles around Shika, making him almost invisible, then after Shika got dizzy, Lee went under him and kicked him up. Then, he wrapped Shika in bandages and proceeded to yell, "Primary Lotus. The original." As Lee quickly spun Shikamaru and they both landed with maximum force and made a giant crater. Shikamaru looked done for as he had a bump in his head and swirls in his eyes. Rock Lee moved to use another taijutsu technique, but he didn't budge. "What, how did this happen?" Lee said, shocked. "I just waited for you to use your lotus, which is the technique for you that takes the longest to execute. Also, the lotus makes your body contact a lot of mine. Using that to my advantage, I used the giant shadow your body made that overlapped with mine and trapped you in my shadow possession jutsu," he said. "I have made a mistake, I cannot make extended moves anymore," Lee said as he struggled to get out, but unfortunately, he was more speed-based than muscle-based. "Shadow strangle jutsu," Shika proceeded saying as shadow hands started moving up Lee, but once Shikamaru realized that his shadow touched a sensitive part of Lee, he started blushing. Then, a hand moved up to Lee's neck and Lee was still trying to get out. "My strength has to match his to get out. So I will work harder," Lee thought. Lee gathered up all of his strength on one burst, saying second gate open. And he finally had enough strength not to fully escape, but to move his arms and torso. Shikamaru started looking nervous as Lee reached down slowly, overcoming the shadow, and unlatched his ankle weights, which produced a large sound. Such as crash. Or boom. Maybe even ploink. Whatever it was, Lee was freed from 6 tons of weight on him, and his leg strength was finally enough to escape Shikamaru's jutsu. You escaped no matter, this will be troublesome, but I'll get it done with 3-dimensional shadow jutsu. Shikamaru lazily said as the shadows now had the dimension of height. Whoa, when did you learn that? Naruto said. Ino ran back to the rest of the group and said, ever since Shika became a Chunin, he started being even more lazy and falling behind everyone. He envied Neji for getting to Chunin, then Jonin while he didn't even make a move. Hell, he was even jealous of you, Naruto, when he saw your new Rasengan. So he trained for 3 more minutes a day, making it 4, and learned how to make shadows 3-dimensional. That's just it. Lee tried charging around Shikamaru and landed 5 brutal kicks on him until he aimed an axe kick at Shikamaru's head when Shikamaru caught Lee's foot with a shadow. But you again, and this time, you're not getting away. Shadow. Lotus. Shikamaru yelled as Lee thought, oh, no, not another Lotus spin-off. Lee got lifted into the air, around 50 meters high, then got wrapped by some more shadow arms, then got thrown down by them as the main shadow still held on to Lee. He also fell with force, but Lee managed to twist the shadow at the last second and landed with his legs. The Lotus has become a popular jutsu. However, the Lotus also cannot be mastered without years of hard work. I have worked hours every day without sleeping to overcome the best geniuses of Konoha. Shikamaru, no offense to you, but you sit around watching television all day. Who will win, the lazy genius of the leaf or the hard-working idiot of the leaf? We shall find out. Then, Lee, slightly fatigued, unleashed more power as he yelled, third gate open. And attacked Shikamaru with 10 different kicks in the time that Shikamaru could move a finger. As he was getting pounded to near defeat, Shikamaru had one more strategy up his sleeve. Shadow puppet. He said, as a shadow was taking the form of a human. The shadow was taking on Rock Lee's properties, and it started to quickly block every move directed at Shikamaru with equal speed, as the shadow of a person moves as fast as the person itself. Lee's shadow puppet came at the real Lee and started bringing a mad frenzy of punches. When Lee blocked all of them, Shikamaru formed a hand sign and said, change form. As the shadow puppet lost the bowl-cut hair and started turning into a figure with long hair. It was a Hyuga, but Shikamaru had a hard time deciding between Neji and Hinata, so he just left the form nameless. The Hyuga puppet ran toward Lee, now at a slower pace, while Lee said, Neji. Or fake Neji or Hinata. I cannot let you defeat me. As Lee delivered a few roundhouse kicks and a Konoha whirlwind at the Hyuga. It took the first few, then went into a defensive stance and spun at a very fast rate, blowing Lee away. Lee came running back in a flash, and the Hyuga started aiming 248 16 32 64 90 palms at Lee. Lee blocked every one of them except the very last one, which sent him flying into a wall. Lee got up and realized his left foot stopped working. No matter, I only need my right leg for the next few jutsus. Wait, the Hyuga puppet is slower than me, now is my chance. All I have to do is stay out of the range of its cane. Lee thought. He ran, saying fourth gate open. Then didn't even need to dodge the Hyuga shadow, as Lee's velocity just pierced through it like tissue paper. Then, Lee backed up his foot, charging up his new powerful jutsu. Konoha Typhoon. Shikamaru somehow managed to dodge the move by an inch, but the powerful wind backlash of the roundhouse kick made cuts and gashes in Shikamaru's chest, and he was sent flying up again. How unlucky this move feels, like that troublesome Tamari's fan attack, ouch, Shikamaru uttered as he readied himself for a painful crash. But Lee would make sure it wasn't a painful crash, it would be more like an excruciating one. Rock Lee jumped up, caught Shikamaru, and went flying down so fast that the two were invisible. Reverse Lotus. Another crater was formed next to the first, this one being 3 times the size. Shikamaru landed in a really awkward position as his leg was twisted over his head. He felt great pain, something he never felt before because he was too lazy to go this far. Shikamaru was about to raise his hand in defeat when a thought came to his head. Flashback. A few months ago, Shikamaru and Asuma were playing a game of shogi, something similar to chess, and Asuma actually caught Shikamaru in a difficult position. Damn it. There's no way I can win now. I think I'll just give up, Shikamaru said. Shikamaru, every shinobi knows this, so you should too, that no matter what the circumstance, you never give up in a mission. Because if you do, you'll just be giving up your life right then and there and letting your village down, Asuma replied. But this isn't a mission, it's a game, Shikamaru replied. Still, to become a truly great person at anything, you never give up. You already have the brains, now why not give it everything you have? Whatever you say, Asuma-sensei, but there's still no winning Kombina. Wait a minute. I got it. Checkmate. Shikamaru said in excitement as he found the solution. See, Shikamaru? That's what I'm talking about. No matter what happens, there's still a way out. Now, will you apply that in real life? Asuma asked. I dunno, Shikamaru replied. Then flashback. Asuma-sensei, I see what you're talking about now. It's painful situations like these where I still shouldn't give up. Thank you, Shikamaru thought to the clouds, where Asuma was now at. He's dead. Then, Shikamaru, riddled with bruises and a couple of broken bones, got up very slowly, and Lee said, you have gotten up. I would have expected you to give up. Now I will see if you are worthy. Youth. As Lee charged full steam at Shikamaru again. This time, however, Shikamaru directed his three-dimensional shadow round his body, wrapping it in a layer, as he took a harsh hit from Lee. And another. And another. The plan was to obviously catch Lee with the shadow shield, but it was failing so far. Shikamaru somehow kept taking the kicks without doing anything, making the bruises burn even more. However, Lee's movements got slower until he actually noticed and said, why am I so slow today? Shikamaru answered, look on your body, and Lee saw a bunch of tiny black dots on his green jumpsuit, realizing that they were shadows, hindering his movement and sucking up his chakra. But how? He answered. Another one of my new tricks. I made my shadows into a mist, giving the initial distraction that I was protecting myself from your attacks with a shadow. Then, the mist trapped you like one of my normal jutsus do. Now, your movement speed barely matches mine, he said. Aha. I see. Then, I must exceed your speed with even more strength. Fifth gate open. Lee said, as Shikamaru thought, shit. I forgot he has a way of instantaneously raising his power and speed. Lee then gave Shikamaru a hard uppercut in the chin, then they both flew into the air, and Lee was hitting Shikamaru so fast that the two looked like they were laser beams. Shikamaru tried defending, but failed as his taijutsu skills lack. Then, Lee prepared his fists and unleashed a barrage of punches, so fast that his fists and Shikamaru were on fire. Evening Peacock. He said, as it was revealed to be a similar version of Guy's jutsu. Shikamaru fell to the ground, surrounded by third-degree flames, and many medic nin were running at him, spraying fire extinguishers. Mind if I join with my penis no jutsu? I know that Shikamaru loves the spraying, Sai said enthusiastically as the rest of the ninja fiercely said, hell no. After the burns were treated, Shikamaru was unconscious on the ground and his eyes were in swirls. Shikamaru is unconscious. Rock Lee wins. Jiraiya called. Despite being lazy, Shikamaru has given every effort he had. He is not a disgrace after all, Lee said, as he went back up and Shikamaru was carried away on a stretcher. Now that Lee and Shikamaru's match was over and there was a 15-minute break, Sakura started getting to work. I don't care if everyone's a bitch to me or if everyone's against me. I will make Hinata pay. Sakura said fiercely, as she smiled evilly. First you'll cry, then you leave your guy, and when you face me, you'll die, bitch. Chapter 13. C7. Broken pieces of Hinata's heart. Last chapter. Lee kicked Shikamaru's ass, even though Shikamaru decided to stop being so lazy. He was carried off and is now in Konoha Hospital. Also, Sakura will initiate her plans soon and nobody knows. Except Ino. The next competitors, Tenten and Shino, were taking advantage of the 15-minute break. Tenten threw a kunai at every period mark on an essay to improve her aim, and Shino was making a plan with his bugs. Ino, meanwhile, was fighting with inner Ino and deciding what to do about Sakura's evil plan. We have to help Naruto and Hinata. It's the right thing to do. But you'll surely lose the respect of all the fangirls. I don't care, I can't let someone be hurt that much. You've been hurt too, when Sasuke left. It's not the same thing. Fangirl love and actual love are different. Let's just leave everyone alone and not get involved. But I really don't know. Then, Sakura finally returned from her hideout to where the Konoha 11 were hanging out. She looked pretty pissed off and no one dared approach her. Naruto said, hey Hinata-chan, look at those clouds. They're so beautiful right now, like you. Ha, too bad Shikamaru can't see them, poor Shika, he loves clouds. Then Naruto-kun, she said while blushing. We have to talk. In the men's bathroom. Okay. I just hope you're not implying you know. I mean, why the men's bathroom? The Naruto said as the couple walked in. Man, I gotta do something and fast. Ino thought. As soon as the couple got to the bathroom, Hinata grabbed Naruto and started kissing him. Naruto was blushing until. Wait. You're not Hinata. You don't smell anything like her. Naruto said in surprise as Hinata slapped duct tape on Naruto's mouth. Shut it, Naruto. You'll spoil the romantic moment. Hinata said as she disappeared in a puff of smoke and revealed herself to be Sakura. I thought she was just outside a moment ago. Naruto thought, unable to talk. I know what you're thinking, Naruto, and that was a simple clone jutsu. Can't believe everyone fell for it. Now kiss me, Naruto. Sakura said, faking passion, as she took off the duct tape from Naruto's mouth and she tried to enter Naruto's mouth, but he wouldn't let her. I don't love you. Now let me go, Sakura, before I have to hurt you. Naruto said. Sakura proceeded to mold her hand into a medical chakra blade and cut through all of Naruto's tendons in his limbs to make sure he didn't move. She also cut Naruto's voice box so his voice couldn't reach above a whisper. She then took off Naruto's jumpsuit, t-shirt and pants, leaving him wearing only his headband and his Ichiraku ramen boxers. Sakura, stop please. Naruto whispered. Sakura then took off her top and bottom and was barely clad. She then said, voice imitation jutsu. And started mumbling a bit and sounded exactly like Naruto. Then, Sakura yelled with Naruto's voice loudly, Sakura. That feels so good. Meanwhile, the Konoha 11 were still outside when Kiba said, Akamaru heard something. Naruto's cheating on you. And he's in the men's bathroom. Ha, I knew he was a two-faced bastard. He can't be. We promised. He wouldn't do something like that. Hinata said, worried, as she ran to the men's bathroom. She was too alarmed to think of using the Byakugan, but Neji activated his and peered in the men's bathroom, where Naruto was held against his will, and Sakura was using his voice. Sakura, that bitch. Hinata-sama, wait. Neji said, as he ran for the bathroom also. Ino was feeling even more dread and guilt as the plan went further, and she also ran in. I know Naruto-kun would never do anything to hurt me. He's not that kind of person. Hinata thought worriedly, as she kept going in the men's bathroom. Then, she heard Naruto's voice, which is actually Sakura, saying loudly that Hinata's just a bitch. She's only good for her money. I only want to be with you, Sakura. Hinata's fear was confirmed. Apparently. In the bathroom, Sakura had to execute the final part of her plan. She laid down on her back and dragged Naruto on top of her, and she placed Naruto's hands on her breasts, even though he resisted with all of his power. The medical jutsu was just too effective. Then, Sakura pulled Naruto's head and said, you know you like it. What are you talking about, you bitch? Stop raping me. Naruto thought as Hinata ran in and everyone was in deep shock. Except Sakura, who was smiling smugly. Mission complete. Neji and Ino then ran in and said, Hinata, it's not what you think. Sakura but stopped and were completely stunned by what they saw. Naruto was on top of Sakura and they were both almost naked and you don't wanna know. Sakura said in a fake voice, oops, they found us, Naruto-kun. Naruto was shocked, angry, and scared as he saw Hinata and as he realized what just happened. Sakura drew him in and more awkward silence. For 3 whole minutes. As Naruto started regaining his voice, he said, listen, Hinata-chan, it's not what it looked like. Sakura as Hinata interrupted. What, you love your dear Sakura. Go ahead, keep doing your business, I don't care. I thought I could trust you, Naruto-kun. You were the boy I've watched for over 10 years. I thought you had a pure heart. I thought you were different from the others. I was so stupid. Please just don't come near me again. Naruto began to regain control of his limbs, too, and he said, Hinata-chan, it's a complete misunderstanding. You have to believe me. Well, maybe I misunderstood that I'm just a bitch or I'm just good for my money. Is that misunderstanding to you? She said, tears now streaming out of her eyes. Honestly, Sakura used her voice imitating jutsu and I don't want to hear it. Have fun with Sakura. I know you think of me as trash, like everyone else does, but I want you to know I'll still love you forever no matter what, and Naruto-kun. I just can't trust you. Goodbye, and Naruto-kun, Hinata said as she hid her flood of tears in her long indigo hair and she ran out of the bathroom. She thought, goodbye forever. Take care of yourself, Naruto-kun. Hinata-chan, Naruto said as he ran out also, and Neji, with Ino, said, wait for us. We have proof, Naruto. And ran out with him. Neji said, Byakugan. And tried finding Hinata. He finally did, but his face twisted and he started forming tears in his eyes. Where's Hinata-chan? And what's wrong, Neji? Naruto asked. Neji pointed right and said, that way, and we have to hurry. The trio ran at full speed now and they discovered an indigo-haired figure under them. However, the indigo-haired figure had a rope around her neck and Naruto yelled, Hinata. Neji used a Gyuken strike to cut the rope around Hinata's neck and Ino quickly made medical chakra and focused it on an unconscious Hinata's broken neck. Please live, Kami, make her live already. Naruto yelled as Sai came in and said. Penis. Wait, suicide scene, crying Naruto and Neji. Ino using all of her healing chakra, completely inappropriate timing. Anything I can do to help? Neji wiped away his tears and said, yes, actually. Make some stitches with your ink jutsu and stitch Hinata's neck bones together for faster healing, hopefully, she'll live. I will get Tsunade-sama as he jumped off. Please snap out of it. I'll die without you, Hinata-chan. Naruto said, still crying as he held on to her unconscious body for dear life. Looks like Ino has a heart after all. Well, see what Plan C7 is a few episodes later as drama will be created and Sakura will still be bashed. D. Match results so far. 18 Hinata, def. 1, Kakashi. 17 Sakura, def. 2 Guy. Quarterfinal match. 18 Hinata vs 17 Sakura, this applies if Hinata doesn't die, what tragedy. 15 Naruto, def. 16 Konohamaru, def. 3 Niji. 4 Kurenai, def. 14 Choji. Quarterfinal match. 15 Naruto vs 4 Kurenai. 10 Sai, def. 5 Ibiki, def. 13 Kiba. 6 Iruka, def. 12 Ino. Quarterfinal match. 6 Iruka vs 10 Sai. 7 Lee, def. 11 Shikamaru. Votes for who wins. Shino or Tenten? 5 for Tenten, 0 for Shino. Hinata vs Sakura already decided. P. Naruto vs Kurenai already decided. Iruka or Sai. 3-0, Iruka. Lee or Tenten. 2-0, Tenten. New poll. Sasuke's coming back, and when he does, which Sakura bashing song parody would you like to see him and his band sing? This is part of the plot, the purpose is to piss Sakura off before she fights Hinata, so she's more furious. P. Sakura Pika el Culo, Me Pika el Culo by Naruto, a parody of Naruto. Sakura's a bitch, Kyle's mom's a bitch from South Park. Originally, this was someone else's idea, but I forgot who. 3 votes, leader. Sakura has a big butt, I like big butts or something similar by MC Hammer. Sakura's too fat. The polka, Too Fat Polka by Arthur Godfrey, Keep Your Shirt On, Sakura. I'm Too Sexy by. Match results so far. 18 Hinata, def. 1, Kakashi. 17 Sakura, def. 2 Guy. Quarterfinal match. 18 Hinata vs 17 Sakura, mwahaha. 15 Naruto, def. 16 Konohamaru, def. 3 Niji. 4 Kurenai, def. 14 Choji. Quarterfinal match. 15 Naruto vs 4 Kurenai, 10 Sai, def. 5 Ibiki, def. 13 Kiba. 6 Iruka, def. 12 Ino. Quarterfinal match. 6 Iruka vs 10 Sai. Votes for who wins. Vote if you care. Rock Lee or Shikamaru. 3 for Lee, 1 for Shika, Shino or Tenten. 5 for Tenten, 0 for Shino. Hinata vs Sakura already decided. P. Naruto vs Kurenai already decided. Iruka or Sai. New poll. 0-0. New poll. Sasuke's coming back, and when he does, which Sakura bashing song parody would you like to see him and his band sing? This is part of the plot, the purpose is to piss Sakura off before she fights Hinata, so she's more furious. P. Sakura Pika el Culo, Me Pika el Culo by Naruto, a parody of Naruto. Sakura's a bitch, Kyle's mom's a bitch from South Park. Originally, this was someone else's idea, but I forgot who. 2 votes, leader. Sakura has a big butt, I like big butts or something similar by MC Hammer. Sakura's too fat. The polka, Too Fat Polka by Arthur Godfrey, Keep Your Shirt On, Sakura. I'm Too Sexy by. I must get to Tsunade quickly and save my cousin. She knows how to heal everything. Niji desperately thought as he madly dashed to Tsunade. Yes, Niji Hyuga. What do you want? Make it quick, I have to start Shino and Tenten's match soon. Tsunade said. Tsunade-sama. I beg your pardon, but there is a medical emergency. Hinata Hyuga kind of broke her neck, Niji said, trying to cover up the fact that it was attempted suicide. Tsunade grabbed the microphone and said, the next match is postponed for 30 minutes. Then, the two ran back in Hinata's direction, and Tsunade said, I'm guessing that someone made it look like Naruto was dating them because of jealousy. Hinata fell for it, and the poor girl tried killing herself. Holy, how did you know that? You're a genius. Niji remarked as the two finally got to the destination, as they saw an unconscious indigo-haired girl in a jacket, a blonde-haired boy in an orange jumpsuit crying over her, a blonde medical ninja in a purple top healing the girl, and a penis-obsessed emo. Sigh. Did the stitches work? Niji said. Yup, without further healing, Hinata has a 75% chance of living, Sai replied. Then I'll make it 100. External creation rebirth. Tsunade yelled as the diamond-shaped mark on her forehead grew and her chakra entered Hinata's, making new bone marrow, chakra network, and blood vessels to replace the broken or missing ones. Blood could circulate again, and Hinata turned less pale, although still pale. Hinata-chan, can you hear me? Hinata-chan. Naruto yelled, still crying, when Hinata slowly opened her eyes and saw Naruto sobbing right on top of her. What? Why? I thought and Naruto-kun you hate me, why did you all save me? No, Naruto didn't cheat on you, nor does he hate you. I know he would never do that. In fact, if I hadn't seen Sakura taking over Naruto with my Byakugan, we might have not known about it at all, Neji said, then he told her everything that happened. Aizen Naruto-kun, is this true? She said. Ino replied, yup. Sakura told me her plan, trusting me with it, and I should have told you earlier, I'm really sorry Hinata. I'm sorry too, Hinata-chan, I should have been more powerful so that I could get out of that mess, and this would have never happened anyway. I mean, Sakura's a sick bitch, of course I wanted to get out of there. But I would never cheat on you, you know that. We promised. Naruto said. Then Naruto-kun, I'm so sorry for ever suspecting you in the first place and for worrying you guys so much. I just thought that you didn't care anymore, Naruto-kun. Hinata said. I do care. And please, never worry me like that, alright? I can't take life without you, Hinata-chan. Naruto replied. Hell, I'm sorry for saying penis all the time. I mean, it's a habit, but I'll do it less. Penis. Wait shit. Sai said. Then, Shino, Kiba, a patched-up Shikamaru, Lee, Choji and Tenten arrived, glad to see that Hinata was okay. Hinata, as your teammate, I am sorry for not being more alert and protecting you, Shino said. Kiba apologized, hey, Naruto, I'm sorry too. For being such a jerk to you about Hinata. And Hinata, I'm also sorry that I was trying to use you to get rich. So, we're all cool, right? Nakinda. You're better than that bitch, Sakura, at least, Naruto replied. Shikamaru then said, I'm sorry for being so lazy, I'll try to do it less. Lee said, I am sorry for hurting you so much in our match, Shikamaru-san. And also for actually falling in love with that lovely whore, Sakura. I'm sorry for being so plain, Neji said, and Tenten said, I'm sorry for asking you to not be as plain, that's just the way I love you, Neji. Kun. And I'm sorry for trying the Atkins diet. It doesn't work at all. Choji said as everyone laughed cheerfully. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to Shino next round. Tenten replied energetically. Don't count on it yet, Shino replied quietly. Naruto then said, yay for feeling sorry. However, Sakura wasn't as fond of the idea of joining in the apologies, although she needed to repent the most. Sakura was hiding behind a wall, watching the whole ordeal, and said, Hinata, you just had to live because of your stupid friends. I hope you're happy with all of your buddies, you popularity whore, because I'll kill you myself when we fight. No one overthrows my plans. Nobody, and I'll make sure I take away your dear N and Naruto-kun. Mocking her stuttering. Then, Neji explained everything that happened to Tsunade, and she said, my own student going through such lengths to shatter the heart of a sweet girl, despicable. I think I'll disqualify Sakura for the next round. Wait, Tsunade-sama. Please don't. The next match is the perfect time for Hinata to get a revenge, right, Hinata? Tenten said, as Hinata, still getting over the shock and holding Naruto, nodded. Alright, I'll let it slide. But Tenten, wait, you don't have a last name. From now on, though, you are Guy's student only part-time. Sakura is no longer worthy to be my student, instead, you will be working with Ino as my student, Tenten. Seriously, me being trained by one of the greatest female ninja in history, thank you, Tsunade-sama. This was my dream. Tenten said happily, as she said, let's go, Shino, we have to fight. The two competitors finally went down the stairs and Tenten and Shino were about to rev it up. Sorry, folks, a major medical emergency was in order, but now, the next match is between Tenten and Shino. Fight. Tsunade announced over the intercom. Shino immediately formed an insect shield around him, but Tenten took out a small scroll and summoned 150 kunai. She threw all of them at each individual insect, killing 150 of them. Shino said, thick insect armor. As bugs started developing metallic shells, and Tenten threw a few more kunai at them. No good. Then, Tenten summoned many explosive tags with kunai and threw them all at Shino to try to bomb the bugs off. The tags exploded and Shino's body got knocked back, but it dispersed into many insects and only a few more were dead on the ground. Shino summoned many bugs forward, charging towards Tenten, and she said, dagger summon. The bugs neared her now, and as they came within range, she said, the years of training with Neji-kun have paid off, after all. 8 trigrams, 64 stabs. Then, Tenten delivered 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64 stabs at the surrounding insects. They all got cut in half. But then, instead of dying, they dispersed. What? Insect shadow. Clones, Tenten said. Shino merely nodded, then charged forward himself, forming insects in his hand. He molded them into a straight shape and said, insect spear. Tenten summoned a katana next and swung at Shino. It was sword versus lance, as Shino made jabs and Tenten made slashes, trying. They hit each other. Finally, Tenten barely got Shino on his chin and Shino scraped Tenten's arm. Both injuries were negligible and Shino formed his bugs back to normal. Shino said, "I believe I have the advantage," as Tenten replied, "Why? We have the same injuries." He explained, "You see, while we were slashing at each other, I turned my insects into the same color as your sword. Then, a few of them at a time crawled and they are now sucking the chakra out of your body." Ugh. Man, I gotta wipe all these bugs off me. As Tenten lifted up her shirt and bugs were indeed crawling over her skin. As Neji saw Tenten reveal that much of her skin, he activated his Byakugan and started turning red and he started involuntarily drooling. "That pervert," Naruto said, then, Neji smashed Naruto over the head with a frying pan that he retrieved randomly. "I have to end this match quickly or else he'll take over my body with those bugs. And bugs sucking off my chakra is kinda sick," Tenten thought and she finally threw down the giant scroll on her back and flew into the air. Tenten yelled, "Dragon scattering destruction." Hundreds of random weapons were falling on Shino and he appeared to be stabbed by all of them. After the dust cleared, around 50 weapons, some through vital parts, impaled Shino. However, he turned into a swarm of bugs and the real Shino reappeared with only a few scratches and a kunai in his back. "Shit. Alright, calm down. I need a powerful weapon to even have a chance. Wait, if I combined an exploding tag and a kunai, having the explosive tag propel it, the kunai would move at a very quick rate. That's it," she thought as she grabbed a long pipe and stuffed a kunai and an explosive tag in there. After a few seconds, the explosive tag was about to go off, Shino was creating a thick insect shield and Tenten aimed her new contraption at Shino. Tenten has just invented the world's first gun. Tenten's new gun fired with a blast and the kunai was so fast, it was invisible. The kunai went at such speed that it made a hole in his thick wall of bugs and still proceeded to pierce right through his arm and out the other side. "Shino has a serious injury, Tenten wins," Jiraiya said. "Shino? You okay? I never tested that contraption out before, but it's quite deadly," Tenten said, concerned. "I am fine. Thank you for your concern," Shino said as a medic nin was replacing the blasted off bone in his arm. Back at the audience, Naruto and Hinata were still hugging each other and being emotional. But heck, something as shocking as attempted suicide is bound to be emotional. Everyone else was just minding their own business, while Sakura was still hiding from the others, afraid that she'd be killed and simultaneously planning the demise of Hinata. What's unknown to them, though, is that Sasuke Uchiha, who has just killed Itachi and escaped from Madara, is now on his way back to Konoha with Hibi, his team, and is planning something special for the residents. Will it be evil slaughter or battle of the bands? Sasuke and Hibi, returning to Konoha. "You all know the plan, right?" Sasuke asked. "Way ahead of you," Suigetsu said arrogantly as he got out a giant wedge-shaped object trapped in bandages. "We're gonna rock Konoha until everyone screams." "Sasuke. I can't believe you're doing this. You're so manly. I love you. Now Suigetsu, Jugo, get the hell out of here. Me and Sasuke need to discuss the plan alone," Karen said in her flirtatious voice. "Shut up, you bitch, me and Jugo are staying," Suigetsu said. "What? Bitch, you're gonna die, shithead," Karen angrily replied. "You too. Fangirl and sword freak. Shut the hell up now before I have to kill both of you," Sasuke said commandingly. Jugo then said, No. It's happening again." Then, he said in a darker voice, "If I see a girl, then I kill everyone in Konoha. If I see a boy, I stay on plan. Wait, if I see a boy, then I kill everyone. No. Snap out of it. Never. Actually, I'll fucking kill everyone. Ha. Jugo, I command you to keep yourself under control and not kill anyone unless I give an order to." "Got it," Sasuke commanded. "And whatever you do, unless you want your life to be shredded, you will not harm Uzumaki Naruto or Hyuga Hinata. Understood?" "Yes, thank you, Sasuke," Jugo said as the four kept jumping on to Konoha. Chapter 15. Battle of the Bands. Sasuke's return. Last chapter. Hinata was saved, Sakura was pissed, and Tenten beat Shino. Also, Sasuke and his gang, Hibi, had a plan to totally rock Konoha. What do they mean by that? And why does Sasuke want to spare Hinata's life so badly if Hibi does kill people? Sasuke has finally come back. Him and his group, Hibi, enter the unguarded building gates, surprised that the city is so deserted. The reason being that almost every resident of Konoha was in the Konoha arena, watching the fights. Tsunade was about to call the next fight, the one that would settle it all, Hinata vs Sakura. Only one thing. Neji's Byakugan, as he himself proclaims, PWNS. Neji got up and said, "Wait, I see something unusual. 4 unknown intruders. One giant, one woman with tidy, short hair on one side and long, unkempt hair on the other, a freaky water person with a giant blade-like object and what? Sasuke. Tsunade heard Neji and called out, "Stop the matches. Everyone prepare for defense. This is a powerful missing nin with 3 likely powerful candidates we're talking about. The last Ichigo. Prepare defenses. All Jonin and Chunin except the competitors, get ready to battle." "Hinata-chan. Do you remember? Sasuke, we were once best friends," Naruto said in surprise. "Why yes, he was almost as quiet as I used to be. I was the only girl who didn't chase him and make his life suck after all," she replied. Sakura then rudely trampled the two again and yelled while running, "Sasuke-kun, forget Sai, I love you," and headed toward the front gates. "Now Hinata-chan, I promise I will rid you of that bitch someday," Naruto said. Hinata-joked somewhat, "And no way you're doing that, she's my target," and the couple started laughing. "I'll gladly throw a kunai or two at her head," Tenten said as they realized the one thing that made them so close. Their passionate hate for Sakura. Then, Neji saw Sasuke talking with some of the Jonin from a distance and said, "It appears he means no harm, even in his body language. He comes in peace unless someone attacks him. Good, I should welcome him, then make him realize what a baka he is for leaving," Naruto said, but Sasuke was already in the arena. He unfolded a compact stage that he summoned from a scroll and he, Suigetsu, Karen and Jugo jumped on top. "I wonder what they are doing," Lee said, then, light started to appear on the stage and Suigetsu revealed his blade-like object wrapped in bandages that took everyone in shock. It was a giant guitar. "Sasuke-kun playing in a band, I'm gonna love this," Ino squeaked as everyone gave her the "shut up, fangirl" stare. Naruto simply jumped down and went up to Sasuke. After they stared at each other for a minute, Naruto said, "Welcome back, idiot. So, you finally realized that having friends is a good thing?" "HN kind of. It's not like I need friends, I need power. However, if my friends can bring me power, I'm all for it. And you can bring me power, who am I kidding, I missed you, dope," he said, and that was probably the most emotional saying Sasuke said in his life, and even that's not much. After they gave each other a high five, Sasuke agreed to talk to Naruto after the tournament, but he would bring Karen along just for the purpose that he doesn't look gay. Which is what many people accuse him of. Then, Sakura ran over and flattened Naruto for the 3rd time and yelled, Sasuke I love you. Boot with Mino. And panted. "HN get the hell out, fangirl. I've been hearing scouting reports and you've been nothing but useless and a bunch of trouble for Naruto dope and his friends. Not to mention you make their lives miserable. Also, what's this about you making Hyuga Hinata so depressed that she tried killing herself? What? Where the hell does Sasuke-kun get this news? Why don't you do something useful and make yourself piranha food? Piece of trash," Sasuke said disdainfully. "Sasuke-kun," she said as she looked ready to cry and ran up the stairs, burying her face and thinking evil thoughts again. "Sasuke-kun too, why does everyone care about that little blue-haired bitch anyway? I mean, blue isn't even a good color. It's too overrated. I'll make sure that idiot Hinata suffers a painful death. Cha." Sasuke finally started talking over the microphone, "Welcome, citizens of Konoha. I have missed a few of you, the rest of you I hold hate or at least apathy toward. However, I will hold a concert here for the sole purpose of gaining power. Power. Yeah. Oh wait, sorry, folks. Anyway, my band is called Hebe, Snake, and the members are me singing and playing the electric guitar, Suigetsu here will be playing the bass, Karen will be singing the background music, and Jugo, the big guy, will be on the drums. Are you ready?" "Yeah," was the response from most Konoha citizens, plus a few, "We love you, Sasuke." From fangirls. "Shut the hell up, he's my boy," Karen said over her microphone as Sasuke got out a dead chicken and smacked her over the head with it. Sasuke continued, "This song is dedicated to Haruno Sakura," as Sakura beamed and said, "Really I love you." Sasuke then yelled, "Ready to rock, let's hit it." Sakura's a bitch, original lyrics from Kyle's Mom's a bitch. This idea was originally from another person on the site, but I don't know who, so my apologies. Well, Sakura's a bitch, she's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world, Sakura's already crying, lol. She's a stupid bitch. If there ever was a bitch. She's a bitch to all the boys and girls. On Monday she's a bitch, on Tuesday she's a bitch. On Wednesday through Saturday, she's a bitch, then on Sunday, just to be different. She's a super King Kong Kamehameha BTCH. Have you ever met that Sakura? She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world, she's a dumb fangirl. And she has dumb pink hair, she's a bitch, 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 bitch. She's a stupid bitch. Sakura's a bitch and she's such a dirty bitch. Talk to kids around the world, it might go a little bit something like this. Karen is a French girl talking very fast, saying Sakura's a bitch. Suigetsu is a Japanese boy talking very fast, saying Sakura's a bitch. Hugo is an African boy talking very fast, saying Sakura's a bitch. Have you ever met that Sakura? She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world, she's a dumb fangirl. And she has stupid hair, she's a bitch, 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 bitch. She's a stupid bitch. Sakura's a bitch and she's such a dirty bitch. Sasuke's original solo, with the beat of the chorus. She gives head injuries to Naruto. When he's already a freaking retard, hey. Naruto said. And she has no friends. Almost killed Hinata cause she's a fangirl, 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 fuck. Bitch and slutty, dumbass fangirl, she's a stupid whore. Sakura's a bitch and she follows me around. I really mean it, Sakura, she's a big fat stinkin' bitch. The big fat fangirl bitch, Sakura, yeah. Everyone in Konoha, aware by some time or another that Sakura actually is a bitch, started cheering and applauding so loudly that if you were there, you wouldn't be able to hear again for a week. The Konoha 11, including a crying Sakura, ran up to Sasuke and started congratulating and complimenting him. Except Sakura. Sakura was crying very noticeably and loudly, then smashed a wall so it broke. Then, she said, why? Why does he hate me so much? Why doesn't anyone like me? Rock Lee then surprisingly said, Sakura-san, notice the ending, I am sorry to say this, but you have had this coming to you and you do deserve this bitch. Wow, Rock Lee saying bitch, this must have pissed him off a lot. Kiba said. Shut up, go away. You all hate me anyway, and I hate you back. I don't deserve this. What have I done? You all adore Hinata, all of this is her fucking fault. I deserve to be treated like royalty. Screw you guys, I'm out of here. And Hinata Hyuga, you're dead, Sakura bursted back. Anger management, Pinky. How troublesome, Shikamaru said. And you won't lay a finger on Hinata-chan, got that, Naruto said fiercely, as Sakura was red with anger now. Sasuke, her beloved, came up to her now and said, weren't you just leaving? I prefer quiet. And power. HN. And as Naruto Dobe's friend, if you touch Hinata, you will be dead a second time, here. But this isn't the only reason HMPH. She said in a very bitch-like manner and started leaving when suddenly, a random Spaniard came up to Sakura and held her hand. BFFT finally, someone who's on my side, she said. The Spaniard then let go and said, Susha puta. And ran away laughing. Me no comprend, Naruto said, then Shikamaru, the smartest of the group, said, the Spanish guy said, you're a dirty bitch. Everyone started laughing. Except Sakura, of course. Even Sasuke let out a smirk. Sakura just went in a rage again and said, you know what, I think Hinata just has so many fans because she tries acting all sweet, then tried killing herself. And you know what else I'm gonna try to? Kill myself now. And you're gonna all come up to me and give me attention like you did to that bitch. Then, the Konoha 11 and Sasuke huddled together and after they split, Tenten said, all in favor of not caring and all in favor of thinking that Hinata is not a bitch, say I. All 11 of the ninjas said, I. Except Naruto, who said, J. I mean Q. Wait, 11. No, it's cow. Dobe Sasuke remarked. Naruto asked, Niji, what's that big white thing in your face? It's an eye, he replied, confused. Oh, I got it now. I. Naruto replied energetically as Hinata giggled at Naruto's silly antics. Tenten then smiled bluntly and said, that makes 11 of us that don't care. Well, good luck killing yourself, Sakura. Hope it works. Sakura then let out the biggest scream of her life, then blindly charged toward Hinata, putting all of her chakra in one hand. Then, she prepared to punch and unleashed her fist, but then was stopped by a giant toad. Hiro Sennin. Naruto greeted. Hey, kid. And you, no fighting until the match starts, you got that? Jiraiya said as he got back to writing his latest Icha book, now with 37 perverted scenes. He said again, now you two, come down here and settle this catfight like real women. As everyone looked at Jiraiya weirdly, and then, he said, ugh, no, not like that. I'm not a stinkin' pedophile. A girl needs to be over 18 in my book to be hot, anyway. Hinata and Sakura went down the stairs and they gave each other the fiercest glares since wait, these are the fiercest glares. You can do it, Hinata-chan. You gotta believe it. Naruto said loudly as the rest of the Konoha 11 yelled in unison, yeah. Go, Hinata. And right after that, Sakura just gave the middle finger to everyone. Then, a giant crash could be heard in the arena and Sakura said, is my middle finger that strong? A mysterious emo-like figure that appeared to have two heads said, no, Dumbus. We just crashed the wall. Us. The sound 5. Sound 5. I thought we killed you off, troublesome, Shikamaru replied. Then, a pink-haired girl with a Viking hat said, look, shithead, we're not here to cause any fucking trouble, got that? We just wanna play for the goddamn battle of the bands. Naruto said, battle of the bands. The guy with tan skin and 6 arms said, yeah, it's where bands perform at any place, and we chose here. We're trying to beat Sasuke's band. Finally, a fat guy with orange hair said, you know where the hot dog stand is? The pink-haired girl said, over there, fatus. Finally, a white-haired young man that was hiding behind the 4 came out and said, pathetic pieces of trash, sorry for their insolent behaviors. Let me introduce us. The emo Siamese twins are Seiken and Yukin, the profanity cannon there is Taiya, the fat one is Jirobo, and the one with too many arms is Kidomaru. And I am, and he unleashed a bone and bent it, so it spelled out Kimimaro. Stop acting so cool, bone boy, Seiken said, as they exchanged glares. Wait, I thought you all died. Choji said, and Kimimaro explained even more. The paramedics used Jirobo's excess fat to conduct electricity through his heart to shock him back alive. After Big Eyes struck down Kidomaru, Medic Nin came and accelerated his chakra flow, as his clogged chakra was part of the reason he was temporarily dead. Yukin and Seiken were dead because of multiple stabbing injuries, so they simply had to be revived by Orochimaru-sama's forbidden resurrection jutsu. I had a bone disease which made me terminally ill, so medics took my bone marrow and engineered it so that the disease was gone, then cloned me from the stem cells in my bone marrow. Also, my Kikei Genkai makes my bones be able to move freely and repair themselves, so the medics took some of that and injected it into Taiya, whose bones were crushed by trees, to fix the bones. And that is why we are all alive. Interesting, Niji remarked, and then, the 5 members made their way down to play a song. Seiken yelled over the microphone, are you ready to roll, people? The people answered, yeah. Okay, then. I'll be playing the electric guitar, my Siamese bro, Yukin, here, will sing, Taiya will play the flute, Jirobo will play the drums, Kidomaru, with his many arms, will play bass, keyboard, triangle, and 2 more random instruments, and Kimimaro here will play the xylophone. Yukin explained, as Kimimaro removed his entire ribsage, was heard from Sakura and a few other girls, and his arm bone, and made an impromptu bone xylophone. Alright, let's do this thing. Seiken yelled. Konoha Idiot, original song American Idiot by Green Day. Bad song, I know P. Don't want to be a Konoha idiot. Don't want a nation under the new Hokage, and can you hear the sound of ninjas? A subliminal kunai fuck Konoha. Lol. Welcome to a new kind of mission. All across the Naruto nation. Sweet, I'm famous. Naruto said. Where Sasuke isn't meant to be gay. Hell, yeah, I'm not. Sasuke answered. Ichiraku's dreams of tomorrow. You're not the ones who are meant to follow. Sakura's enough to argue. Screw you. Sakura said. Well, maybe I'm the faggot Konoha. I'm not a part of a ninja agenda. Now everybody do the shika shake. Troublesome, a certain someone said. And welcome, Hinata, to the age of paranoia. Welcome to a new kind of mission. All across the Naruto nation. Where Sasuke isn't meant to be gay. Ichiraku's dreams of tomorrow. You're not the ones who are meant to follow. Sakura's enough to argue. Don't want to be a Konoha idiot. One nation controlled by Tsunade. Espionage Day of Hysteria. It's calling out to idiot Konoha. Welcome to a new kind of mission, all across the Naruto nation. Where Sasuke isn't meant to be gay. Ichiraku's dreams of tomorrow. You're not the ones who are meant to follow. Sakura's that's enough to argue. The crowd cheered, but not as loudly as when Sasuke played. However, the judging will be up to Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru, who will be heard with a microphone stuck down Sasuke's throat. This sucks, I have to hear that Michael Jackson won it. Sasuke remarked. Seiken and Yukin joined together again as the Sound 5 were making their way down the stage and ready to be judged. By the 3 Sannin, and Orochimaru was inside of Sasuke. Jirobo, you goddamn fattest idiot, you fucking missed the B flat and D sharp on verse 11. Shithead. Taiya yelled. Shut up, you pink-headed bimbo, your flute couldn't even be heard. Jirobo said back. Both of you pieces of trash, stop this instant or I'll cut you into pieces when we get back, Kimimaro remarked. The 2 exchanged glares before getting back in their seats. Meanwhile, Niji could sense something else with his Byakugan. Not again, Niji said, as he spotted 3 intruders. Only, he realized that the intruders were. Well, looks like we'll have to arrange a welcome back party. Niji said as Shikamaru said, what's going on now? Better not be troublesome. Then, the wall that was just being repaired got smashed again. Damn you. Said the repairman, as the Konoha 11 and a few other people were glancing at the new visitors. They saw a blonde-headed young woman with 4 bundles of hair, a black outfit, a giant fan, and a confident look. Next to her, they saw a large figure with purple face paint, shrouded by a black hoodie, and with a giant body-like structure on his back, sneering a bit. Finally, a guy with spiky red hair, a sand gourd on his back, eyeliner, lol, and a tattoo with the word love, in kanji, engraved on his forehead. They were the Suna siblings. Tamari, Kankuro, and Gaara. Hey, Shika-kun. What's up? Tamari asked brightly, as Shikamaru replied lazily, nothing. You're even more unenthusiastic than usual, Shika-kun. As if that's possible, Tamari commented. So, why are you guys here? Kiba asked. Well, we can't miss a good fight, can we? And I've been getting reports that the pink bimbo, Sakura, was about to fight the overly shy one, Hinata. Sounded like a good match, no? Kankuro said. So, you know too, huh? That Sakura's a bitch, Tenten said. Yup. The 13 shinobi now replied, as Sakura was overhearing the conversation and was going madly insane in her mind. And I heard you and Naruto-san were going out, Hinata. Good kid, if it weren't for him, I'd be a heartless demon by now. Good luck and show that pink idiot the meaning of love. If she has any left, an encouraging Gaara said. Why yes. I will, Kazekage-sama. Thanks. Hinata replied, inspired by Gaara's words. You know I'm not 1,000 years old. Just call me Gaara or Gaara-san at best, Gaara said. Gomen, Gaara-san, Hinata replied as another call was being placed on the speakers. Hinata and Sakura's match will be starting shortly. And Konoha citizens, make sure to buy the latest We Love Hinata good luck charms to cheer her on against the biggest eyesore of Konoha. Sakura was now fuming at her old sensei, but before that battle happens, we will announce the results of the battle of the bands. You first, Jiraiya. Tsunade said. Alright, thanks. Now, none of the music was hot enough to contribute to my research, Naruto slapped his head, but I will have to say that the singer, Karen, in Hibi was hotter than the flutist in the Sound 5. Taiya, who was red in anger, therefore, I vote Hibi. Jiraiya announced. Then, Tsunade said, thank you for your subpar analysis, Jiraiya. Now, let's see what Orochimaru has to say about this. As she shoved a microphone down Sasuke's throat. Orochimaru's voice could be heard, saying, I need to screw Sasuke. I need to screw Sasuke. I need to wait, is this a microphone? In that case, Sasuke may be my boy toy, but my Sound 5 had much more variety than him. So, I vote Sound 5. Tsunade started, alright thanks for your better than Jiraiya, but child molester-like analysis, Orochimaru. Now, it's my turn. And I think that the song Konoha Idiot was a total insult to Konoha. What, are you shitting me? And what's this about you thinking I'm not a good Hokage in your song? You guys are imbeciles, you hear? You should be glad you haven't been ass-kicked and kicked out by now. Hibi wins. The Sound 5 angrily stormed out of the Konoha arena and everybody cheered until they got tired of it. Also, the We Love Hinata charms, which had a picture of Hinata hitting Sakura with a Gyuken strike and Sakura coughing up blood, sold out faster than hotcakes. Tsunade said, yes, I'm rich. As a person next to her gave a glare and she said, fine, I'll pay you back. Sasuke smirked and said to Hibi, well, I'll be seeing you later, but you are all formerly Orochimaru's subjects that aren't from Konoha, so you must go to Ibiki now for interrogation, Sasuke said. Perrin replied, no, I want to stay here, Sasuke-kun. Don't leave me. As Sasuke replied, you girls are all the same, aren't you? Bitching about your life and going on about the best looking guy day after day. You're all alike with the exception of Hinata-chan I mean Hinata. I coughed. HN. Perrin gave a flaming glare, but Sasuke literally spat a flame at her and she ran, trampling over Suigetsu and Jugo. Then, Suigetsu chased after her and yelled, come back here, bitch. While Jugo sadly followed. Tsunade finally announced, the moment you've all been waiting for has come. The epic fight against Hinata and Sakura. The crowd, and Hinata's 13 friends behind her, gave chants of, come on, you can win, Hinata. And she was smiling, as Sakura was turning redder by the second. Neji was peering with his Byakugan, saying, shit. She looks about ready to blow at any time. Watch out, Hinata-sama. Hinata replied back, and Neji-Niasen, don't worry. I'll be fine. As she cheerfully walked downstage after giving Naruto a hug, then got ready to battle. Apparently, the Sannin had a plan too, as Tsunade and Jiraiya were talking to Sasuke's throat and discussing a plan. Jiraiya, whatever you do, don't end this match until Sakura is in critical condition, got it? We have to teach the brat a lesson she'll never forget. Tsunade asked. Fine, he answered. Then, he turned back and said, fight. The thought, I have to kill that bitch. Ran through both of their heads in some form, then Sakura was the first to charge at Hinata, having all of her chakra, again, in one hand. Then, right as Sakura was about to strike, Hinata formed a defensive stance and said, Kaiten. At the end of the whirlwind, Sakura was thrown, and she looked ready to be hospitalized at any moment, even though it's only been 10 seconds. Why you really shouldn't have done that, Sakura. My Kaiten Jutsu spins chakra at such high revolutions that regardless of chakra control, your chakra is blown away. Hinata said, as Sakura looked very puzzled now that her chakra reserves are down to 1%. I'm not finished with you yet. As Sakura charged at Hinata with a very small medical chakra blade, which was all she had left. When Sakura was about to strike and do very little, if any, damage, Hinata said, "Be big mistake. I will now shut off any remaining chakra you have. I will not kill you, but Naruto-kun doesn't need people like you in the world. US should stop treating others like trash and see who the real trash is." Then, in anger, Hinata's eyes started turning bloodshot red and adopting the qualities of the Mangekyo Sharingan. With this new type of Dijutsu, she can unlock a variety of jutsu and increasing the effectiveness of her old ones. Hinata easily knocked away Sakura's attempt of an attack and yelled, 8 trigrams, 192 palms. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 196. As said amounts of powerful Jyoken blows went in Sakura, who was bleeding internally and looked ready to die. Wow, what a genius. Niji said of his own cousin, unaware of her special Dijutsu that only activates when she's very disturbed. "You little bitch," Sakura muttered under her breath and still elected to charge at her. In all of her blurry vision, she threw 2 kunai and 2 shuriken, and all 4 weapons went past Hinata. Except for 1 kunai, which was thrown so horribly that the back end hit Hinata's nose and it didn't hurt at all. Sakura seemed to be motioning to someone else, then kept feeling weary and ready to keel over. Hinata decided to finish this off and sent Sakura to the hospitai. 8 trigrams empty palm wall. Hinata jabbed a heavy strike in thin air and it made a wall of thin chakra that rushed in Sakura's direction at an unimaginable velocity. However, as Sakura braced herself for attack, many pieces of paper appeared out of nowhere and the wall of chakra made a piercing noise with the paper and missed Sakura. What's going on? Hinata thought, but the papers rearranged themselves to form another figure entirely. The woman with black hair and Akatsuki robes emerged from the piles of paper and Jiraiya yelled out, "Conan. Why the hell are you here?" She replied, "This pink-haired girl paid me. She told me to show up and kill this blue-haired girl if she could not herself and it looks like she is outmatched. I must do my job, Jiraiya, please leave me in peace." As Naruto jumped up from the crowd and said, "Hold it. What do you think you're doing? Why do you listen to Sakura? You Akatsuki need to be taken down this instant. And don't you dare touch Hinata-chan." Naruto yelled. "Kid, it's business. Now leave me alone or you die too. I only came here for 1 kill." Naruto answered, "Well, how much did the pink-haired bitch pay you? I bet I can pay you more to go away and leave Hinata-chan alone." "She paid me $500,000. Conan answered. "What? I only have $140,000. Tsunade-sama. Jiraiya. You must have money, right?" Naruto said. "Sorry, kid, I had to pay all of my cash to do research," Jiraiya explained as Naruto's face turned sour and Tsunade said, "Sorry, but I'm still in debt." "Alright, then, I guess I'll have to take you out. Rasen Shuriken." Naruto yelled while charging toward Conan and the attack hit her squarely in the chest. "That was easy," Naruto said, but the pieces of crumpled paper now on the ground rearranged themselves to remake Conan. She then knocked Naruto away with a sledgehammer made of paper and shot many paper shurikens at Hinata. Hinata said, as scissors beat paper. 8 trigrams, protection of 64 palms. And shot lasers of chakra into many directions, making a barrier around her and indeed cutting all of the paper up. Then, Naruto grabbed the paper and Sasuke, who just came down. Said, "Kaiten. Great fireball jutsu." And incinerated the paper and Conan was no more. For 3 seconds, actually. The ash started forming Conan again and Sasuke said, "What? She can rise from ashes." Niji then jumped down to help his cousin and said, 8 trigrams, pervert's palms. And hit Conan in all of the wrong places. "Wow, you're the next Jiraiya, believe it," Naruto said. After the perverted jutsu, Conan wasn't aroused a bit. In fact, she looked ready to kill both of the big-eyed Hyugas now. Meanwhile, Tsunade had Sakura in a headlock and Jiraiya summoned a house-sized toad just in case. Naruto, Sasuke and Niji were barely holding back Conan from a now fatigued Hinata until Naruto decided the battle was going too far. "Everyone, come down here. We need your help," Naruto said. Then, the rest of the Konoha 11, the Sand siblings and a few Jonin would come down and join the battle, but in the meantime. The cashier at Office Depot said, "That'll be $25.04. Ma'am." Then, a figure none other than Conan gave the cashier her money and picked up many huge piles of paper. Now, back at the arena. Hiba and Akamaru noticed a disturbance and said, "Where the hell did the paper woman go? Me and Akamaru can rip paper to shreds, you know." "She told me she was going to the Office Depot to buy paper," Naruto said, as some of his friends said, "You idiot." "What? Naruto replied, but then, Konan came back and she had 10 paper clones. Shikamaru was the first to jump into action and he caught 3 Konans in his shadow possession jutsu. The trapped Konans weren't for long, however. They all split into pieces of paper and flew into the air, then, Sasuke said, maximum Chidori current. And a current of deadly static electricity passed through the 11 Konans and blasted all of them. However, not one had a scratch on them. Boy, haven't you learned anything in science class? Wood isn't a good electrical conductor and is therefore good protection against lightning. Konan said, as everyone grumbled. This is an anime, people. No one pays attention to science in an anime. Man, how troublesome. She's practically invincible, unless, possibly, if something eats and digests her. Wait a minute Shino. Do you have any termites? Shikamaru said and asked. Shino replied meekly, only a few, but I will give it a shot. Bug swarm. Many black non-termite insects were flying out of Shino as Shikamaru was shaking his head. Obviously, Shino didn't listen when he said, termites. Konan made a paper dagger and fiercely cut the army of black bugs with her blade. It appeared as if she cut all of them. But then, all 11 Konans started deteriorating. What termites? You have discovered my one weakness Konan said in surprise. Shikamaru thought, well, maybe Shino's smarter than he lets out as he said, obviously. Paper's made of wood and the one real weakness wood has is not cold, electricity, or fire, but termites. They eat wood like Choji eats barbecue steaks in a buffet. And that's a lot. As Choji started giving Shikamaru a pissed off look. Shikamaru continued, now, Naruto. Her body's defected enough that it can't recover itself now. Use your Rasengan. Naruto nodded and said, this is for you, Hinata-chan. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. As he made 12 shadow clones, all holding a Rasengan in their left hand, displaying his increase in chakra control. Then Naruto-kun. Hinata said worriedly, as Naruto got ready to attack. Wait dope, why 12? We have only 11 opponents, Sasuke said, as Naruto answered, you'll see. Naruto charged to each Konan and threw a Rasengan at one. 10 of the Konan clones shredded into microscopic pieces of paper and dispersed. The remaining Konan couldn't recover and started escaping. You are formidable opponents, but you still cannot defeat the Akatsuki, not with Pain-sama. Also, we will be capturing you. Uzumaki Naruto. And the money isn't the only reason I am trying to capture Hyuga Hinata. But you will know our reasons soon. Farewell. Konan said as Choji was running at her, saying, ultimate body bullet jutsu. But she just dispersed into thousands of papers and disappeared. The remaining Naruto with a Rasengan now dashed toward Sakura, who was in Tsunade's Visagrip, and a second Naruto came to spin wind chakra into the sphere. An angry Naruto now said, if you value your life, leave Hinata-chan alone. You bitch. Then, he formed the sphere into a shuriken-like shape and yelled, wind release. Rasen shuriken. And started to bash his palm at Sakura's direction, and he hit something. But it wasn't Sakura. Tsunade was grabbing Naruto in the arm, and she said, Naruto, that's enough. Your technique could kill her, you know. But Tsunade-chan, don't you see what this wench did to Hinata-chan? Twice. Naruto asked, still having the spiraling Rasen shuriken in his hand, inches away from Sakura's face. Yes, but it is up to the Konoha court and council to decide what her punishment is, not you, Naruto. I'm sorry, she answered. Normally, in one of these situations, Naruto would give one of his soul-changing speeches like he did on Neji and Gaara, but this time he felt like the stubborn Sakura wasn't even worth talking to anymore. He could not change her for who she was. A heartless monster inside of the body of a pink-haired girl. He decided to make her feel the most painful punishment. Loneliness. Naruto walked back up to the audience area, but not before picking up Hinata, and Shikamaru, Neji, and Sasuke followed. Nobody said a word. Sakura's actions spoke loud enough. Sakura, meanwhile, were struggling under the Anbus's grips as they were taking her away. More and more Anbu came stop her mad rampage. No. Why me? I haven't done anything wrong. You will die, you stupid, slutty, fat blueberry. Sakura finally got carried off and Kiba said, wow blueberry. That bitch should be sent to the insane asylum. Naruto replied, at least it's all over and Sakura can't lay a hand on Hinata-chan anymore. Then, Naruto pulled Hinata into a hug and everyone was feeling happy until Sai said, well, now that every male hates Sakura, she won't be getting any penis. Wait, did I say penis? Crap penis. Tenten proceeded to sweep Neji off the ground and hit Sai in the head, saying, you're more perverted than Neji-kun. Get over the penis thing. As she chased Sai around the audience, smashing him with Neji, and they both yelled, stop. I'm sorry. Ouch. Penkuro broke the silence and said, you Konoha are a weird bunch, aren't ya? As Choji said back, nah, just a few of them. Wait. Then, Choji's stomach could be heard grumbling so loud that an earthquake knocked a few people off their seats and he, too, was chased by an angry mob. "Stop. I need to get my potato chips." "Ah," he said as he was mobbed to a distance and the rest of the ninjas sweat dropped. Yup, another chapter purely for building plot, but I'll try to get more humor in there. Meanwhile, please give me any constructive criticism or any other comments you may have. Thanks.